birthday. It's your birthday. Feliz cumpleaños a ti. Happy, happy birthday. You're gonna get a lot of people today. And they're gonna have a lot of things to say. Amongst many other such things like happy, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Alright, there you go. I was
6652 cheered. 25 bits.
Oh my god.
Maybe one day I'll have a YouTube. Not sure.
Look at him, he's so far away. And it goes through.
Not sure.
This is the most unique burp DSP's ever given us. Because he's leaning away. He's so far away.
Not sure.
You could have just burped into the ground. I gotta watch it in slow motion. Just mute the fucking stream. Just mute the stream for the next 50 seconds. Really?
Yeah, I got my bits on me.
Marked underscore.
That was ridiculous, dude. That was actually ridiculous.
Can you believe all the burps and shit? Seriously. Insane low low low.
Alright, that'll do it.
No.
Did I beat the mission still?
Like Gemini? Yes!
That's just what Barton tells people. The actual translations are as follows. Zara means cat lady, Mutelji means perch buttons, Azumgi means babbling idiot, and Wurgi means chronic masturbactor.
Oh no, please. No, don't tell me I'm actually stuck. Nah. Nah, you're trolling. What the fuck?
Kitty, does your pussy taste like mango ice cream?
Why does it have to be like this? Why? 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 And then we have Mr. Plum with his stupid idea about using the fucking block. Mr. Plum with his stupid... People! You got so many fucking theories. Oh yeah, just use the block. You have to go by columns. You have to go by rows. You have to use a cane. You have to do this. You have to do that. You have to hug around it. You gotta do this. You gotta fucking go up and down. Go up and left and right. Go inside out. Go outside in. Go in there. Go in there. Go out. Okay then. That's more like it.
That is the most annoying fucking attack in the world from a guy who literally has nothing but annoying attacks. Wow!
Anyways, yeah, tomorrow is Genshin Impact. We will be, no.
Ladies and gentlemen, Garfield and friends.
We're ready to party! We're ready. I hope you bring lots of spaghetti. I'm scared. Come on in, come to the place where fun never ends. Come on in, it's time to party with Garfield and friends. Dancing, fiesta, romancing, siesta, samba, la bamba. Ay caramba, disguises, surprises, and pies of all sizes. Come on in, come to the place where fun never ends. Come on in, it's time to party with Garfield and friends. Come on in, it's time to party with Garfield and friends. Garfield and friends.
And pay attention. There'll be a test at the end.
Sound good?
Random bullshit.
I did nothing wrong. I did everything correct. Thanks for the money, dummies.
In a minute, I'm going to come. Yeah.
Oh, the camera's on. The camera's been on the whole time, huh? I don't even know. Hello.
So, Ralph has not had the best of evenings as of late. Hello, everybody. Hello, and welcome to a not so impromptu, because I did say I would stream on Saturday. Swollen underscore dingus situation. You may be wondering what video I just opened up with. Well, curious. That was sent by none other than the Mr. Medicare guy, Jim guy, on his post. Do you have any idea what post is? I don't think anybody does, but Jim has one because he's not allowed on Twitter. But guess what? There's this Twitter account, the Medicare bot, that reposts everything that he posts on Post, and he spelled post with an A, P-O-A-S-T. So it's P-O-A.S-T, and then I think it's /Jim. But he posts over there now. But he went ahead and put this up. He cobbled this together with a few clips reused from one of his prior Ralph videos, and then stuck that to real footage of Ralph cranking one out on cam with the camera on. Yes, this happened last night. The casino was all over it as soon as it happened. It happened right around when they went live. But it was not known whether at first he did it knowing the camera was on or not. PPP and Worski ran the video under a frame-by-frame analysis and have come to the conclusion that Ralph did in fact not know the camera was on. Let's go ahead and we'll show you how they were so certain of that. If you're wondering what this is, this is not one of Jim's edits. This was actually how one of the old Killstream episodes opened up back in the day. So you may recall, Medicare and Ralph had a fight in Mortal Kombat. They had a few sets. This was a collaboration of the century, and I believe the only time that Manny re-upped that tier 1 for 10 months. Thank you, Manny. Really appreciate it, man. This was the only time that Ralph and Jim played a game together. And our very own Cerulean86, some people don't know this, Cerulean86 trained Ralph for the event. And then Ralph still lost. This was, I think this was Christmas 2018, right around, right before Christmas. Ralph lost bigly, and the conditions for the loss was that on the following kill stream, Ralph was to, I'm guessing Gator put this together, because Ralph doesn't know anything about tech. So Gator cobbled this intro together with the green screen footage of Phil from Project 7, and then I guess fucked around with a new logo. And this was actually how the next episode opened up. Yeah, even Cereal couldn't contain the Ralphamale. Oh, yeah, there's a little trivia for you. This wasn't made by Medicare, this part. I did not know the footage survived, though, so big ups to that. I thought this was lost forever. I thought this was just going to remain a fever dream in my memory. And then we have... This is the actual footage. The audio is from another... is from the first pill stream that Ralph had, where his mom woke him up to take him to dialysis. But the video footage is real. And then... Here, this is how we know. This is how we know that he did not know the camera was on. Okay, you see that? You see that jerk? You see that jerk? Oh, that's tough. That's tough. That's actually the same knee-jerk reaction that Phil had when he realized the camera was on. And then, you know, he's got more showmanship than Phil. He was able to not, he played it off so great. It's like Phil felt compelled to say something about the camera being on, but Ralph just didn't care. So that could also be because he was so zannied out he didn't even know he was live or something. Big ups to DJ Filthy Rich. We're looking at Ralph jacking off because that's certainly one way to open a stream. He actually did it. That's him. That's him right there. He's actually doing it. Look at it. Look at it. He's so focused. Okay, of course. And Jim has one more video for us. This was from a couple days ago. I've been meaning to play it, but I keep forgetting to. So we're gonna go ahead and play it now. Because why not?
After me in a train that don't.
Let's go ahead and...
people coming after me in a train that don't like your wife. What you got to say now, Jim? What'd you think about that? Should I threaten to stab him?
And of course, you know, Godwinson, if I ever see you, I'm gonna stab a knife so deep through your fucking throat.
They were friends just yesterday.
My mother.
Or maybe spurg out a little bit.
Hide and fucking watch me, bitch! You wanna fuck with me? You wanna
this is
fuck with
years
my
old
family?
now.
Keep my fucking woman's name
Chemo
out of your
Jim
fucking
cries.
mouth, bitch!
Don't you dare say
That's
something
not
about my
alliterative,
lovely
Ralph.
wife. Let me just kite away your troubles for you there, Ralph. Oh, the master planner, the puppeteer. Oh, Jim, you just need to...
The thing with this is that this is all Ralph's running with now, is that Godwinson snaked him, and Godwinson, like, didn't actually score with his partner. I don't even know if they were married or not, or just together. It's like, who cares? Like, it's fucking Godwinson. I don't even know the bitch's name. And this is like what this is the big story we're hamming up, like we're pretending to care about, because Ralph has nothing else to talk about.
Get into a fight with Godwinson, so he stops bodying me. Oh, the pain. It hurts so much, Jim. He's talking about things that are making me very upset right now. I'm gonna stab him, Jim.
Oh, Jim used to
All
be
the
about...
posts here.
Oh, the pain.
So he's mad at Godwinson because Godwinson spilled a lot of tea, and Ralph was so he was so drunk and zannied out. He spilled a bunch. He basically poured his heart out to Godwinson, and I think one of his co-hosts, the one that left him because he called him a nonce without realizing what nonce actually meant in the UK, basically called his co-host a PDF file, which we'll go over that clip one of these days. In response to all that happening and snaking him, Godwinson dropped like 20 or so tweets about Ralph and basically how he's faring in Mexico. Shocker of shocks, despite Ralph saying that he's living his best life, he actually is not living his best life, and he is depressed constantly. Hey, Golem.
It hurts so much, Jim. He's talking about things that are making me very upset right now. I'm gonna stab him, Jim.
Oh, Jim used to be about no money, no hats, no merchandise, no subscriptions.
Yeah, I didn't realize that was regarded.
No nothing. No
It's time to get
memberships. That's what he was all about. Oh, and now he would want way more than $20,000 fucking dollars? Well, guess what? $20,000 would change the lives of many people in this chat, me included, motherfucker.
$20,000 is life-changing. Oh my god. I could pay my...
The background is text messages when the Ralphamale sex tape got leaked. He's coping about the size of his penis. But don't worry, he's not a cope because he says it's not a cope.
Stripe loan, and I can pay off the credit cards and my IRS taxes, and I can pay off my truck, and the cartel members won't keep calling me. Listen, buddy, I get it. Times are tough. You live in a third world country in a metal shack after running away from the country your daddy gave you. Surrounded by no one and nothing, twice divorced.
A gift that you won the Sham Chowder, and it's his 53rd gift.
They have more interaction with me. Your children wear my merchandise. I wouldn't be
Really
surprised if by the time
man.
they're like 10, they're gonna call me daddy. They're gonna, why am I wearing, who's Medicare? Is that my father? Why do I have so many Medicare hats? You spend all day begging for torn nickels like a fat retard sideshow. That's gotta be tough.
This is Medicare,
Chasing
yes.
away all your big
I thought this was
donators,
AI at
banning
first.
people in your chat, getting real mad about shit. But I just don't, I don't have the time
But no,
for it,
he actually put a video
I'm a
together.
sick boy. And on top of that, you're just fucking boring now. Like, I've moved on to better entertainment. IP2 has you outclassed. Right? I want to watch me some gambling streams by psychopaths. That's another great sideshow. Fish tank, good shit. You, not so much. Have fun in Paraguay? I don't know. It's some place in South America
Ralph is
you're
in
moving
fact
now
thinking
to
about
further
moving to
escape child
Paraguay.
support payments? I don't know. They're gonna put you in a drum barrel. They're gonna put you in a drum barrel
tough.
and barbecue your ass.
Oh,
Eventually, it's
God.
just not gonna work out. Where are you gonna go after South America? Africa? I wish you best of luck with your dono scams, the unending dono scams, the 3 plane flights you never took, the lawyers you never used, the child support you never paid, the nights at the beach you don't indulge in, the drinking you swear you'll do but you never do. You get back to that. I'm sure that's gonna break in the dono dollars.
Did you really think I was gonna eat the bugs?
This one takes way too much explanation. So I don't even remember. Was it D-Live? Was it Trovo? Was it Kick? Was it Rumble? I don't even recall. Ralph was on like a game show with other streamers, including Starburst, the lady who interviews all the political people on 9-panel streams, and he made it to like the final round. Dick Masterson was in it too, and the final round was like he had to eat a cockroach or something, and he just bowed out. He quit. He did not want to eat the bugs because base Christian right winger don't scare, and I'm not a soy boy.
Dono dollars.
Did you really think I was gonna eat the bugs?
This was what he said after the show.
Try to get me to eat bugs.
He might have to start eating bugs if things don't go his way over in Mexico. Of course, we have the Bylif vote. Get your Bylif votes in. It's still day 6, day 7, the final day. Begins tonight at 10/9 Central. Obviously, I'm going to do my part in reminding you to do your duty. Speaking of duty, wait, duty streams. I gotta get caught up on the pre-stream too. But anyway, I want to talk about fun stuff first. So that's why we're starting off with Ralph. But yes, it's true. Jim did not edit that together entirely. He edited it, but the footage is actually genuine. We have Augusto Kinashe, who himself is known for pushing disinfo, misinformation, and fake news and the like. But this is actually a genuine video. Hello, Juzzy. Ethan Ralph jacked off for a solid 2 minutes to @Nikki Haley, the governor of South Carolina. Yeah, Jordyland. I guess he does love Zionist neocons after all. And it's kind of what it is. It's Ralph jerking it for 2 minutes. Of course, Brave isn't the best for showing this off. You see him there? You got Juzzy. I found out about Ace Combat 7 being on the Switch before you did. But yes, I did see that, Juzzy. Hold up, I can get this in. I can. We need this in better quality, and I can do that for you. You gotta tinker around with some settings in Brave. All right, we got to deal with light mode, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and get this on. Get that full blast. It's really just him watching the news.
A few moments after that, she said this. I said I would pardon him. This is no longer about whether he's innocent or
He's watching Nikki Haley do her stuff.
Governor Ron DeSantis, meanwhile, back in Florida, where he said indictments against Trump took the spotlight as he entered the race last year. He also criticized Haley's poll numbers.
Yeah, the dead energy. It's so weird. It's like a dead energy, but he's also focused. Like he's like in the zone. Like he knows this he has a mission. He's a man on a mission. Yeah, he was thinking about Nora. Actually, that was his excuse when he realized after this he brought the same excuse as Dave. He said he was scratching his leg for 2 minutes.
The fact that she can't do it there.
It's 2 minutes of scratching his leg. Please understand.
Well, you're not gonna do it in Florida either.
Trump is up by 30 points approximately.
The way he speaks too, there's like an energy, the cadence. Like he's like
She would not be able to handle that position. She would not be able to handle the onslaught.
oh man, he's just going all in.
Reporter for Axios, Eugene Scott. Eugene, good morning. It's always wonderful to see you.
Now, this is okay to show, Twitch. Nothing is shown.
Actually, in the way that both of these candidates handled talking about that. Haley in particular, just saying he's not above the law,
Yeah, that's a hell of an itch there. I agree, Alchon.
Here, but insisting
Look at him. He's so focused. It's so concentrated. That's the word. It is a concentrated power.
At the same time, and what's difficult about that is that these voting blocks actually often.
This makes me think about all the times in the past where he has suddenly turned his camera off. I think in the past people were under the impression that he would snort lines with the camera off. But just think about all the times he's had to have done that. Maybe some of those times were to snort a line. But how many times was it just him jacking off? It really makes you wonder. And it makes you immediately not want to wonder.
Behavior that he displayed while president, and many of the base love him and want him to keep doing what he's done.
No, Ralph is not like DSP. It's actually worse. And then you get him. So you get the big moment. So he has the burst around right here. He's like slowing down. Right there. Right there. You see him relax. You see the muscles in his face start to relax. There you go. Like a king. Like a king. Like a king on his throne. The hand on his face. He's just trying to relax on his throne. And then he turns around, intending to turn the camera back on. He jerks because he realizes that he's been on the whole time. But unlike Phil, he salvages it. Because he's been doing this for years. He's been doing this since even before Gamergate. He knows how to work a show. He says nothing. He says nothing and just keeps on watching Nikki Haley, governor of Geordie Land, governor of South Carolina, and his eyes narrow ever so slightly. No cleanup, what a champ. Kind of like the guy also didn't clean up, remember? Yeah, just narrows his eyes and that's it. That's the clip. Who's he talking with? No, he's watching a clip. Okay, but that's the situation. We may bring that up again later. I guess the gun is not on the way or removes it somehow. So Worski boosted it up on the Kino Casino. He boosted it up about as high as he could get it, and you do hear the dingus. You hear the dingus clap against the gun. Worski and PvP were losing it. They were going insane. They already started the show insane. They started the show insane because it had just happened when they went live. So they like tossed aside everything they were going to talk about just to spend like an hour over analyzing this one video, this 1 2-minute video of Ralph choking it. Yeah, they heard the dingus slap against the gun. Thank you, DJ Filthy Rich. Very condensed version of the analysis they provided last night. Speaking of things that must be analyzed, I'm already aware of the stuff, but now you get to hear it again, but this time I'm watching it. I also kind of want to see him play Pal World. Isn't the troll cow going to Mexico to live with him? Elaine, Godwinson's lady? I don't even know. I don't know anything about that. Like, do you really... Who really cares about people that Godwinson allegedly fucked or didn't fuck? He's such a... Like, he's had great videos, but he is such a tertiary presence in the sector. I don't dislike Godwinson. Like, I dislike Cog. I don't dislike Godwinson, but the hyper-focus doesn't make sense when he's never been, like, anything more than a bit player. It's like... I don't know, what would the equivalent be? The equivalent would be if, like, everyone hyper-focused on... See, I don't want to pick on people, but, like, a lesser person, and then, like, picked on them, and just, like, played up whatever they had going on is bigger than it actually was. Like, that makes sense with someone who's already big and could stand to lose a lot from falling from grace. But when you're picking on someone like actually nobody even knows, first of all, let alone cares about, it's like, well, what are you doing? You guys don't even know who Godwinson. You don't even know who Godwinson is. I'm just acting like you do know who Godwinson is. Chowder probably knows, but I think the majority of you kind of don't. It'd just be like that. And I'm gonna do some ranked. You know him from Stream.me days? Yeah, my point is that most people probably don't. And he doesn't even do content like that anymore anyway. I heard the click. Now, before he starts doing whatever it is he's doing, I do need to lose in this game first. Let's see what the results are. Whoa, 37% for Team Solo. Wow, they also won that too. Wow, they won the popularity vote. This is ridiculous. I already know the results, but I'm gonna hit A anyway. They sweeped! It was a pure sweep! We didn't even come close! We came in second place, so at least it wasn't a complete disaster. I better be getting some fucking conches for this. Conches, Super Sea Snails. Complete blowout. They need to change something. This shit needs to change pronto. This needs to change yesterday. Look at how sad Shiver is! Look at how sad she is! I agree, this is outrageous. Imagine spending the holidays alone. Actually, quite actually, Team Phil won. You could say Team Phil is Team Family, but Phil does not have a family unit, much as he tries to argue otherwise. If he was on Team Family, he would be spending it with Papa Dave and Mama Linda. Alright, what am I suffering with? Oh my god, it's Clamblitz. Clamblitz. We're gonna play Clamblitz. Hey, Sakura. Alright, take it easy, Manny. I might not be live all the way until the voting resets, but as long as you remember to do it. Oh shit! Multiplayer modes have changed! Yes! We don't have to play Clamblitz! That's right. We won after all. Okay, what are we doing? Splat zones? I can do splat zones. Alright, let me go back to the guy.
Oh, Carrie.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Whenever I do this, I gotta have him open over here. Give me a second. Alright, start talking. Entertain me. Hello, everyone.
Phil here, and welcome to
Yeah, it's Splat Zones now. You can stalk me if you want. I think you have me added.
Saturday, the 20th of January.
If you don't, there's my code if you want it, and it's on screen too.
Show for many reasons. First of all, we've got to recap everything that's been going on. And yesterday was a pretty darn good streaming day, if I do say so myself. So obviously, I'd like to give you some updates on all of that.
Oh yeah, I wonder what the updates are.
Changed. It's funny how, you know, we're one day in, and already the schedule is shifted around for this new game, Pal World, that is virally popular, and we're gonna try out.
I'm gonna play a meme game. I thought we hated
really
those. Now wait a minute.
I don't know much about it, so it'll be fun to check it out together and see if it's any good, because I have no clue.
Cloud Chase.
But of course, the big chunk of today's podcast that I know everyone's gonna want to be talking about, I have a big update.
The update is it's not happening. What kind of update is like,
so
the update is I'm not doing anything anymore.
I'm off and saying, hey, we're not going to talk about it until there's something to talk about, right? Of course, that's what I say on my streams, but everyone outside of this stream is gossiping.
Hey, I gotta clip
making stuff up, you know? So I'm here to
they were speculating, not gossiping.
Everything.
The clarification is, again, he's no longer doing it.
So we're going to do that today. And of course,
sorry to spoil it, guys.
Into a lot of questions and discussion and stuff like that. So that's going to be likely the meat of the show
the
today.
Meat.
So there you have it.
The tasty
so,
meat.
Before we get to all of that,
oh god,
I think what we should do is tackle a few quick things.
Some powerful shotgun snorts.
All right, and I have to bring this up only because there's been some intrusive trolling activity on my streams as of the last week.
Oh yeah, give
Basically
memberships.
what's
God,
happened in
I
a
actually,
nutshell is that once again trolls have found a way to try to.
I actually forgot about the gift membership stuff because all anybody's been talking about is the documentary stuff. We've been moving through so many seasons. You know, I used to say about Ralph that Ralph had like Sonic speed in terms of moving from arc to arc to arc. Phil might have him beat. We're only like a couple weeks into 2024, and like how much shenanigans have already happened. Like we got Cat, we got this documentary, we got the memberships. It's like it's too much to keep up with, dude.
To disrupt my content and my business. What they're doing is finding a way to.
Okay, what do I want to put on?
Look like they actually are in another country than they really are located in.
Yeah, I think I'll just stick with this for now.
Exploit. It's not allowed on YouTube, but they're doing it anyway.
It is allowed. It's allowed because they haven't done anything with it.
To come on here and essentially mass purchase gifted memberships for incredibly cheap. So, for example,
Splatoon's a series. We can still queue up, but you're gonna have to do Anarchy Rainmaker.
Oh look, there's another 50 gifted memberships. Oh look, there's another 50 gifted memberships. And you look, it's all trolls. All their names are like insulting
I think you should be able to join off with me.
Me or my family or viewers or something like that. It's like, how could they be affording that? Because they found this loophole. And by the way, again, this loophole, this exploit, which should not be allowed on YouTube. Technically, it's not allowed, but they're doing it anyway. Basically, it's been known for a while, and apparently YouTube just doesn't really give two shits about it. I don't know why they wouldn't give two shits about it, because it's just going to get worse and worse. It's not just going to be, you know,
gifts he wants equal membership bombs. Yep, from verified people.
Big streamers who have, you know, tons of viewers, and you got people going on their channels just constantly spamming gifted memberships to their viewership of thousands, and none of them are properly purchased. They're all this exploit.
Properly purchased memberships is
it really amounts
something
to
I never thought he would say.
YouTube anything, so YouTube you think would fix it. I don't know why.
Where's he at? Where you at? Where you at?
Anyway, the reason I gotta bring it
come
up
on.
is it's disruptive.
Who was it?
When this happens, all of a sudden the entire chat.
I didn't see the 96 gal anywhere.
With gift a member, gift a member, gift a member. The pop-ups start going crazy with gift a member.
DSP gets money. DSP most affected.
Fighter stream, the thing kept popping up. I had to turn it off because people were complaining they couldn't see the gameplay, right? Because that's the thing. Having nice pop-up messages as a way of saying, hey, thanks for a contribution, is nice when number one, the contribution is legit, and number two, when it's not happening constantly. It's a rarity that you would just see that happen nonstop and never stop. But that's what these idiots are doing now. They're trying to be disruptive to my stream. So, in order to take care of it, basically what I've done.
He didn't turn off gift memberships, I believe.
There are gifted memberships.
No messages for him.
So there will be no pop-ups for gifted memberships.
And by disable the pop-up, does he mean like disable all pop-ups?
I will shout it out manually, as I always used to do. If you guys aren't aware, gifted memberships only just started popping up on streams like a month ago. They just started adding it to some of these services to pop up, so you should see it on stream on YouTube. So
he means for alerts.
I'm basically just going to disable them.
No, gift memberships have existed longer than a month ago.
I get what he means. On the stream. That's number one. Now, standard memberships, real ones that are purchased, normally, they should stay. It's only the gifted memberships that look like they're going to be affected, okay? We'll test that. I mean, obviously, if it is a problem, you know, we'll see, okay? So that's number one.
I guess we'll see.
Number two, obviously, if you guys see this happening, please don't give it attention, because that's all.
This is already like more attention than it needs.
And if you give them the attention,
we watched the null video last night that I clipped, and he put it pretty succinctly. Like, it's pretty regarded of him to give the people a step-by-step instructions, like a guide on how to fuck with them.
And ignore it.
It's kind of a double-edged sword. I feel like he has to do this, like or at least he thinks he has to do this, just to be transparent. Because people are going to be asking questions otherwise. That's why he also did the math in removing the memberships from the total that he did last night. It's also why he did that live. Like he did the math live, rather.
All of this, the channel has unlocked 2 new emote slots. People were asking about this last night, but I wasn't going to talk about it because, again, I didn't want to give these people attention.
And you banned him.
I added 2 new emotes.
Oh, wow.
One is me as Ryu and one is me as Ken.
Oh,
when I dressed up last year to play Street Fighter 6.
Oh, wow. Wasn't this like a big boon for doing DSP throwback shit? Become a member on DSP throwbacks?
Even though these memberships are basically only
so good stuff did come out of this
possible because of this loophole, this exploit, this abusable thing.
It's so cool that something positive came out of it for the community.
From my understanding, you guys are getting the memberships and they're counting, right? Like you have them. You have all
they're
the
counting. Yeah, they count. They
so
don't count for you, according to
you. I don't understand why these people think that this would hurt me, because
what it does. You would not be acting.
It's them that's abusing the system. So
you would not be acting like this if this did not hurt you. Yes, this does hurt you. You know how and why it hurts you. That's why you're reacting the way you're reacting. That's why you're telling people not to give this attention.
Now they type too many and Nightbot's timing them out. Don't type too many emotes at once.
Hey, how could you get new emotes from fake memberships? Huh? That's odd. How could a fake membership unlock emotes? What if he tells the dents to create more socks to avoid member bombs and 4 currencies? I don't think he would do that.
Couple of days, you're like, oh my god, I gotta get the membership.
But he has told people to make sock accounts before.
Cool. Yeah, enjoy. You'll have it for the month. You know.
Yeah, enjoy. Enjoy. Hopefully they don't keep doing it.
Honest with my audience. Yeah, this sadly means that we can't do things like track members or track daily member goals because they don't mean
wow,
anything.
The trolls force DSP to be even less honest and transparent. Whoa.
Like a quarter of a cent. And, you know, it doesn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no point in having a goal, right? So for now, the daily member goals are not going to be there. Whether we ever bring them back, I don't know. All right? I don't know if we'll ever bring them back. It depends, because this is a big problem that YouTube needs to fix. But please understand something. Legitimately buying a membership, or
it still helps them. Yada yada yada.
And thank you 672 for doing that.
Fucking
I really
670
appreciate that.
Dan.
Thank you for the gifted membership there, sir.
We actually won.
That still helps.
I thought they were gonna break the lead there.
And I want you guys to understand that that was a
don't be afraid, guys.
That I was getting.
Don't be afraid. It's still gonna help me out. Please don't stop buying your own membership.
And that's not anything that I've done wrong.
The real gambit here is not to assuade people's fears about DSP getting credit for your membership. In reality, he wants you to continue buying your own membership so that he doesn't want he doesn't want to influence these people into getting into the mindset that they can just wait for these Argentinian membership bombs to affect them, so they won't have to pay for their own membership. That would be bad. He would rather have it so you pay for your own membership in USD, obviously, United States debt. It does not serve him to have his regulars, especially his regulars, aside from now on to wait for these peso bombs to fulfill their memberships instead of buying it themselves, which has already been an issue on the channel. A few weeks back, he had a entire pre-stream tirade berating people who chose not to buy their own membership, instead wait for gifted support. Isn't this toss? I'm not sure. I actually don't know if this is toss or not. I don't, like, you mean the act of the peso bombs themselves? I don't think it is, because many we were talking about this last night, many VPNs advertise their services as letting you do stuff exactly like this. Like, people were talking about, oh, you get plane tickets for cheaper, or, oh, you get to watch stuff on Netflix that American Netflix doesn't let you watch. It's like, isn't that the same thing as this, but like a different version of that? Hey, Frank. Hello, Frank 3 Castle. It's the daytime. Thing is in a daytime stream. Ralph got caught jerking off, Frank. It's pretty hilarious.
Please, just because some idiots found a loophole, please do not stop supporting the channel, because I'm not someone who's now rolling in support.
You saw?
The opposite.
Yeah, it's pretty
this
tough.
Channel looks like it's gained like 600, 700 memberships, and it's equated to me making like $3, you know, which is pretty messed up when you think about it. So please consider supporting in that way. Now, someone just said,
yeah, he had a May 1st burst with the camera on last night. I just covered it.
Super chat on the leaderboard. You know, I wouldn't be
opposed Jim responded to, he made a video. Jim making the video in 2024, holy shit. But he actually did. He actually did.
You see what I'm saying? I don't have
it was basically a goodbye Ralph video. Like, Ralph, you're boring, but it's funny that you jacked off.
Google currency conversion rates to see which super chat of the day was the highest one. If YouTube just converted everything to dollars, I would absolutely do that, but I can't do that. For some reason, you know,
if YouTube converted everything to the almighty dollar, I would do that.
And then I can't tell.
The dollar is the only currency that matters. I guess that's true.
Right?
Yes, that's true.
Anyway, just so you guys know, that's the deal of what's going on. And I apologize. But
Again,
here's
he
the
is the
truth.
most
It doesn't
affected.
really affect things that
It
much.
doesn't really
We don't do
affect
monthly
things.
goals anymore.
This is
would
the
have
cope.
been
This
a
is the cope.
disaster if I still did monthly goals.
This is the
But
cope.
we got rid of those last year. So because of that, it doesn't really affect things that badly at all.
It doesn't
It's just
affect
we won't
things
have
that
pop-ups
badly.
with
He just said.
You know,
After he tells you how these member bombs are only going to give him $3, if that. Yeah, people did the math, Frank. It's like $3 or something. Well, actually, I had read from Eddie B that it was $17.50.
I'll take care of it. All right, it's not a
But
big
have you
deal.
fucked up if he's even underreporting how much D's memberships are going to give him?
That's all they're seeking.
Whoa,
All
he
right?
said $3
And
instead of
Just remember,
17.
please support the channel. You know, super chats, super thanks, tips, and yes, legit memberships. And
Legit
gifted
memberships. How can you tell? There's no way for him to tell.
I'm actually way.
It doesn't tell you what a
slow
gifted
on
membership
support
comes
this
in.
month, and it's not your fault. It's because ad revenue this month.
If you don't want to get banned and you want to, I don't advocate for this. I'm not encouraging this. But if I were that person, and now that I know that he's suspicious of really big membership bombs, wouldn't you just start doing them in increments of 5, or maybe just 1 or 2 or 3? Like, he probably wouldn't bat an eye at that. No, I still feel like he would probably interrogate you on it.
It's terrible. In January, ad revenue is the worst of all year. But then on top of that, there's the fact that there have been no major new releases this month. So my usual crowd of newcomers who would come in, or people who come just
The
to watch
usual
the
crowd
releases,
of
they're not here yet.
newcomers.
They'll probably be here next Friday, but they're not here yet. They haven't been watching the stuff. The views
The
are down.
mythical newcomers, and none of them ever stick around.
With nothing really
Shit.
new right now. And then in addition to that, we got this member issue going on. So there's likely
Who got
some
me?
people who maybe
Oh, the
would've
Gatling.
come and gifted memberships or whatever.
Oh,
and they
wait,
came
no.
in and said, oh, look, Phil's fine. He has a ton of memberships, and then probably ditched, and maybe they'll come back later. But that's the problem with this kind of stuff. Okay.
Noel's best point on the clip we watched last night was that doesn't make sense, and it just kind of highlights, it underscores how unique Phil's situation is to him, because he made a great point. It's like I don't think how successful someone is doing affects like whether someone supports that person or not. That makes sense. Like if they're doing great, I don't think that influences whether someone also chooses to support that streamer. Like if someone is already doing fantastic when it comes to stuff like gifted memberships and subs and the like, wouldn't the inclination be to also support the person so you can, you know, spread the love and like be a part of something? Isn't that what like hype trains are all about? Like making it feel like you're a part of something when a hype train happens. But with Phil, it's like the complete opposite. Where if Phil's doing too good, it's actually bad, because that means like no people are not gonna give him money. And again, that's like a completely an issue completely unique to the guy that no other person faces. Where if you're doing too good, that actually means you're fucked for the remainder of the month.
So anyway, that's the deal. That's what's going on. Let's ignore it. Let's move on positively. Okay? Cool.
Yeah,
So
let's talk
yesterday
about
was a
even
great
more
stream
drama.
day. On the podcast, we had a ton to talk about, including covering the entire Xbox Digital Showcase that happened on my day off. In fact, talking about my day off and all the events that happened there. And then we had a great session of Baldur's Gate 3 where we wrapped up the Crash area of the map, and essentially that's it. Now we have finished Act 1 and we are ready to move on to Act 2, which we're going to do when we play it again on Tuesday.
Yeah,
That's
level
right.
18.
So I'm excited for that, and thanks to everyone who's been along for the ride. Literally like 55 hours or something insane like that just to get through Act 1. Again, I hope you guys understand why there was absolutely no way that I was playing this game in the fall when it came out. How would I have played this game and juggled other new releases with it? It wouldn't have been possible. I've literally played the game now non-stop for a month, and I've only just beaten Act 1.
Act 1?
This is not the kind of real game for a streamer. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, how would you ever get through that game unless you play it non-stop? You know what I mean? So that's why I'm glad I didn't play it back then. Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Expert strat, playing games late, I guess.
So, that was yesterday's daytime stream. Last night was Friday Night Fights, the final Friday Night Fights featuring Street Fighter 6. Because now we're going to be moving on to Tekken 8 starting on Friday. And let me tell you guys something.
Wait, that was the final one?
I did way better than I expected. I was using Zangief for the first time since the summer. And in the summer, I liked Zangief. But basically, I hit a wall. And the wall was, anytime you face the top tier, you basically get dominated. He's too slow. His normals aren't good.
Yeah, I don't think Peace restreamed that.
And because of that,
hopefully he restreams
Tekken. By
Tekken.
top tiers, just walking forward, pressing normals.
All right, I'm going in.
Priority, or just doing basic throw mix-ups. And sadly, that's still the case. But basically, I did way better than I thought I would. In my placement matches, I think I won like 6 of them. But all the wins were against like diamond players. So I ended up starting at 3-star diamond after my placement matches.
Yeah, I saw the
ranked,
RTU
exactly
sub too.
With Dalcine. And remember, then Dalcine had the slower, only the shorter climb to get to Master. In reality, if I kept playing with Zangief, I would hit Master. I know I would.
I blame Saru. He bit the hand that feeds. He bullied Rich.
Every time I face a top tier, like a Jury.
Now Rich is cockier than ever.
Or Ken. It's just domination, and there's nothing you can do. He just sucks. You know, it's really bad that they didn't give him tools to fight the top tiers. The only way you can literally beat a top tier with Zangief is
triple splash.
to number 1, get very lucky, which happened, or to number 2, be absolutely positively perfect with your spacing. Which I'm not. I don't play the character. You know, it's the first time I'm playing him since the summer. When you watch someone like Snake Eyes,
you have played the character. Hey, it's that guy whose footage he watched, even though he tells us he doesn't do that. Did you give him his prime? Or your prime?
When he plays, so he always has the right advantage or the right setup.
Big ups Apache Goatee.
And number 2,
I'm catching up with the stuff. I hear there's been some developments.
Like when you watch his matches online.
And I also covered Ralph jacking off on camera. The Ralphamale May 1st burst.
He can kind of break even against them, so he doesn't lose rank, and then he dominates anyone who's not a top tier. So there you go. But it was great. It was a great stream overall. The 2.5 hours I played, I did pretty good, I feel.
Got him.
And I really enjoyed it. I was glad that I played Zangief.
As long as we keep it there.
I retired Street Fighter 6 from the regular rotation because it was good to go back to one of the characters that I had liked early on. It's a shame that once again they made him incredibly bad in this one. Like, it seems like they just cannot make a good Zangief. Since Street Fighter 4, it was Super Street Fighter 4. They buffed Zangief because in regular they call it Vanilla Street Fighter 4. He wasn't that good. So in Super Street Fighter 4, they made him incredibly good.
Oh, we got hit by the screen.
Green hand move invincible and comboable for high damage and all this stuff. And when they did that, it was basically the best version of Zangief that's ever been in like a competitive fighting game. And people complained that he was too good. And ever since Super Street Fighter 4, Zangief has sucked. Like, no exaggeration. He's always been terrible. So every version of Street Fighter 4 after, every version of Street Fighter 5, and now Street Fighter 6, he's just terrible.
He praised that
like,
soon.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, I saw Sad's response.
Thanks a lot. What about us who like grapplers? Oh well, tough. Deal with a bad Zangief, right?
I gotta toss shit.
Anyway, it was a great stream last night. I had a lot of fun. All right. So overall, yesterday's streams went really well. Today, we are checking out Pal World. This is the game
World. I
is
thought you
a
didn't play meme
hybrid,
games.
Supposedly
What?
between Pokemon and Ark
It's
Survival Evolved.
Pokemon.
Now, I've never played Ark. I know nothing about it whatsoever. I don't even understand what it is.
Sargon would probably
Pokemon,
like Pal
obviously,
World.
I played extensively. So that's going to be an interesting mishmash of playing 2 genres of games smashed together. Originally, I had no interest in this game, but 2 things happened. Number 1,
I found out it was
it's on
free.
Game Pass, which I didn't even know, and it's on there right now for free. And number 2, it went virally popular. This game has now sold
admitting
over
you're playing
2
it because it's a
million
meme.
in less than 48 hours since its release. It's got over 800,000
I wonder if Phil
players
knows they
on
use
Steam.
AI and
It's
shit.
one of
Does
the
Phil
most
care about
popular games in
AI?
the
Is he
world
like
right
against it? I don't know. Isn't he like
now,
pro
it might very well
consumer?
be popular because it is a knockoff. Like, if people are saying blatantly that Pokemon designs are stolen in this game, and they wouldn't be surprised.
Phil won't
if the
notice.
game
He doesn't
gets
even remember
sued
the
by
regular
Nintendo.
Pokemon designs anyway.
So if anything, it's an oddity. It's a
You like how they're
weird
refusing to
anomaly
show
that
the
this game
concept
even
art for how they
exists.
designed the
I think a lot of
creatures?
people are
Ain't that
playing
quite
just on that
suspicious,
basis or
actually?
premise. Some people are saying they really like it, and others are saying they hate it. I don't know how I'm gonna feel because I've never played a game like this before. So I'm giving it a good old
I saw
college
people playing it
try, as they
yesterday.
say. I'm going to play it as the major stream today. If I like it,
I think he wants to
great,
go
I'll play
into
more
it
of
and like say it's
If I
better
don't
than
like it, who
Pokemon or has
cares?
better
It's a Game Pass
graphics or
game.
anything.
There was
Stuff like
no
that.
investment by me.
You know. He tried to
So
say
it's no big
Dreamlight
deal
was
if I
better
don't
than
like it,
Animal
right?
Crossing,
So
and then he
that's
got
the deal.
bored of
That's how we're
that.
gonna handle it
Tried to say
today.
Multiverses was
Okay.
better than Smash, and did Smash better than
And by
Smash.
the way, it is game preview, which meaning that I guess it's
Oh,
not
it's
really
an
a
alpha?
full-fledged
Even better.
game right now. Likely what people are saying is like it's good for like the first, 10, 20 hours, but then there's really like no end game grind. There's nothing to do. It's just the idea.
No
of the
end game
is out
grind.
there now,
Oh, okay.
So you might play it now and like it, but then it's not really fully released yet.
You
So,
should be all into that.
fine.
No
We'll give it a
end
shot
game
today.
grind. No
We'll see
grind.
how it goes. It'll be an interesting exploration and experimentation stream. Okay. Now later tonight at 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, it will be a late night stream of Sea of Stars, which I'm excited for because we just hit a major plot development last stream, and I'm curious how this is going to pan out for the rest of the game. So I hope you'll join me tonight for that and see what happens. Tomorrow is my non-gameplay day because tomorrow the first stream is going to be the podcast followed by DSP
Aspen Gold
versus
said the
the
same
Internet,
things
which
I
is
said.
my react show.
Well,
But then
I
on the
mean,
late stream tomorrow,
it's just stuff I saw
we're
on
actually for
Twitter
the
on the
first time
timeline.
ever gonna jump over to
It is
DSP
pretty suspicious that they won't show the
Throwback
concept
and do a
art for the
throwback
creatures.
stream on
And
the
they
late
do all
slot.
look like
And what it's gonna
rip-offs
be,
of
you guys
Pokemon.
voted
Like actual Pokemon. And not
what you
even in
wanted
the
to see me
sense of
do.
like inspiration or just
Basically,
stealing the
it's going
concept,
to
just
be me
outright stealing the
reacting to
assets.
The original Red Dead Redemption 1.
They're all like Frankenstein mishmashes.
So I'm gonna be reacting to 14 years ago DSP doing commentary on this game.
Like you
and I'm
take
sure
Gudra's
some of
body
it
and
will be
Megadium's
fun,
flower.
and some
That
of
was
it's
one
gonna
I
be
saw.
cringy. I'm gonna be like, oh my god, I can't believe that I said
I don't
that
play
kind of stuff back
Pokemon
then,
anymore,
and
but
stuff like that.
I don't like
But I
forget
guarantee that some of it will
designs.
still be funny. You know,
Hey,
that's the thing.
cockers.
Like, the only way you can grow.
Dingus
is
ruined
to
the interview,
acknowledge
calling
your
it.
past,
Yeah.
The good and bad about it.
I
right?
got
You
in
don't
between
hide
them
it.
because
You
I
don't
didn't want
delete
Clum
it.
to
You
do
don't
any
shove it or
interviewing. I
shove it
wanted
under
it
the
to be
rug.
Ralph.
You acknowledge it and you say, hey, this is fine, this is not fine, and you call it out for what it is. I've grown to become a better content creator and commentator today than I was 14 years ago.
No, I'm
But
not like
people like this stuff
anti-AI or
from 14 years
anything,
ago as
but
well. So this is going to be
I think
a very
Phil would
interesting
be.
stream,
I guess he doesn't
to say
care.
the least, okay?
It hasn't affected Phil or anything that Phil
way I'm gonna do the
does,
stream is
so
very
he's like
similar
neutral to it. He's
to what
gonna
I
both
do
sides it.
over on DSP Throwback. So basically,
Like the
what we're
double
gonna
react
do
day tomorrow.
is
You can play games even
people
less
are
now.
going to
Shit,
watch
you
the
better
live
not.
stream, and then what I'm going to do immediately is make that live stream archive. So that archive stream will be available for anyone who decides to become a member of the channel.
RTU's asking everyone
you
on
can
Twitter
watch
to
it immediately
apologize to
in
him.
its entirety, just sitting
How
there on
about
the
he
channel.
apologizes to everyone else because
everyone else,
he talked
I'm
to
gonna
Mike
split
Kloon
it
for
up
like
in
5
two
hours.
parts, just like I do for DSP versus the internet. So it'll be like, you know, 4 half-hour parts or 5 half-hour parts.
What do you
however
think
long
Phil
the
was
stream
more
runs.
worried about?
And those will be released over the course
Small
of the week
potato
on
fellas
DSP
like me
Throwback.
talking about
Okay?
it, or big
So,
guys like RTU,
that'll be
or
fun. It'll be
I think Gundam
live
talked to him
stream.
too.
If you missed
Them
the
doing
live
like
stream,
giant
remember,
fucking
you can watch the
streams with
archive
Kloon.
immediately,
Like,
or
like
if
if
not,
Bill was gonna
wait
point
over the
fingers
week
at
to get
people,
a part every day basically.
I
of
think
that
I kind of
whole
know
channel.
who he
Along
would
with the
point
daily
to
gameplay That's
first.
still going to be coming out of Final Fantasy 13 and Red Dead. Okay, so what I'm hoping is that after this first stream and these parts that'll be coming out, the channel will get enough views then that it'll re-qualify for advertisements, and I'll be able to fully remonetize that channel. Right now, it's only eligible for memberships and super chats, and I don't really have plans to constantly be streaming on there at
That's a
all.
good
Maybe
snipe
once
shot.
in a blue moon we'll do one of these one-off reactions
no.
or something like that.
Oh,
But
he
I don't
got
wanna
the
be doing them all the
splashdown
time
out
over
right
there.
before he died.
So basically, it's going to be very limited streaming. And so, you know, I want to monetize the other content on the channel so that it's viable to do all this work.
Ooh,
on
got him
it.
before they
So
could toss the
that's
third
what we're
out.
working on, okay? So that's Sunday night, and then Monday will be the conclusion of Resident Evil 0 Remastered on the daytime stream. And then Monday night will be probably the final Street Fighter 6 stream, which is going to be Blanca. And it's just going to be like the last
final
late
Friday night
session of
fights,
Street Fighter 6
final
before we
Street
retire
Fighter
the
6
game to
stream
play
ever.
Tekken 8. So that'll be Monday, and then Tuesday.
I can't wait to go
more
back
Baldur's
to
Gate
the
3,
Street Fighter
and then
after we
Tuesday
realize
night
we
will
hate
either
Tekken.
be more Sea of Stars,
Those games
or
don't really
more
play anything
Pal World,
alike,
depending
from
on
what
if
I
you like it or not.
understand.
If I like Pal World and you guys like it and you want to see more of it,
It is now
I'll
a
probably
chill
play more of
style
it Tuesday.
game.
But if not, then we don't have to play it again. All right, and then again, Wednesday will probably be more Baldur's Gate 3 and probably either Pal World or Sea of Stars on that late stream. Okay, now next week, Friday, 1 week from yesterday, so that would be the 26th. Yeah, double new release day.
Jesus
the daytime
Christ.
stream will be Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth premiering, and the night stream will be Friday Night Fights Tekken 8. Like a Dragon, obviously, we're just booting it up and starting. We gotta get through the intro. We gotta get into the meat of the game.
Is Jack still allowed?
When it comes to Tekken,
Is Jack
that
still
night, what I'm planning
around?
on doing
He doesn't even give money like
is
that, even when he
literally
does
booting the
show
game,
up.
making sure my buttons are mapped on the joystick, and going right into online play with Paul or King or both. Those are the two characters that I know the best in the franchise, and even though I won't know any of the new stuff for them, I'll know enough of the basics to go in and be able to play at some kind of an entry level. So I'm just gonna jump right in. Seriously, I'm not
Hey, your
even
wife
going
is
to
entry level with all her
mess around or
jobs.
anything. I'm just gonna jump right in and start playing online. All right. Now, I'm not gonna keep playing.
Wow.
The whole idea is the first stream is online play, but then after that, I am gonna check out all the modes. There's a story mode. There's an arcade mode where it's a simulated arcade. You fight opponents of varying difficulty while you learn a character, and I'm probably gonna be checking out those modes. I'm also going to be doing like I did with Street Fighter 6. I'm going to be studying certain characters. I'll be looking for gameplay online and studying strategies and combos and things that common things people are doing.
Come on, hold it, hold it.
So,
oh, we beat him.
I'm excited, and I hope that you guys are too.
Last second.
This should be fun, and then next week will be a balance between. Like likely we'll alternate. Like if I'm doing Like a Dragon and Tekken on Friday, then I'll probably do Tekken and Like a Dragon on Saturday.
It's a good thing he's not talking about anything important right now.
Now,
wow.
I don't know if it's going to be every single day those two games or not. If I do break it up, likely the one thing that I'll break it up and do is put a Baldur's Gate stream in there.
Yeah, I heard the deluxe edition of Like a Dragon locked New Game Plus behind deluxe mode. That's kind of lame.
Just so that Baldur's Gate continues and it's not.
Whoa, not even EA do that. Good loss.
I do want to keep it in the mix, but the major focus.
They actually came back.
Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, and Tekken 8 kind of alternate. Okay, just so you know. So that's next week, and then what we'll do is we get into February. We'll look at the other releases. We'll decide exactly what it is that we want to play. If any new games we want to
fucking hell,
or if we just want to focus.
We stole it back.
Playing, we have the ability to make that decision. Okay, like I know, for example, taking a look at my notes here.
Last time he ever touched a Tekken game was Tekken 7.
Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League comes out February 2nd.
He ain't playing that.
But it looks like literally no one cares. Like, no exaggeration. It looks like everyone.
And we can only play hype games. We need hype games
I really
over
don't
here.
know if I'm going to be wanting to buy.
How can you get so good at Splatoon? Also play for a long time and get pissed after 20 minutes of playing. Gyro mode. Even I don't play gyro mode. If you to get good at this game, you need gyro on.
If that's the case, literally most of February is empty until the end of the month with Final Fantasy VII. So it might just be me focusing on what we got there playing.
It's like I did a Capcom with that one. Yeah, it's pretty disappointing.
Right? So I guess we'll see, right? Okay, cool.
And Dave said he was going to dominate MK1. Yeah, he really hyped me to that game. The Liu Kang headband and everything.
672 who gifted a membership and it went to Rapper.
Oh, we know 672. He's a trusted gifter.
The legit memberships.
The legit memberships, not the fake memberships that still help you out and still give you the benefits and still unlock emote slots for me.
So before we get into the meat of everything, which is going to be talking about the documentary, just a quick reminder: please, guys, support the streams. I don't know how
motion controls will get you far in this game.
Care about it or not? I'm only doing it because you guys seemed very interested in what it was. So hopefully people will show up and support the streams today. The many ways you can do that. For example,
whether that's him or me.
Liking the stream for engagement
that
is
may
great.
Have been him.
A membership that's legit or
it's kind of jittery for a second.
Legit, that helps the channel.
It looked like he was adjusting his camera again.
Tip, all appreciated. And you guys know that I always try to hit the tier 1 tips goal every stream that I do. It would be great if we could do that sooner rather than later today. And if we get any further, you know, levels of support, that would be great. You know, hat and vest rewards,
the spray and pray
tips and the like. Okay. Reminder that I am not a guy who has sponsorships or partnerships. There's no paid product placements here, no paid promotions, no referral codes anywhere. I'm not sitting here saying, hey, buy this seltzer, buy this lightning ring behind
right as he
me,
swam back up.
buy this piece of Mega Man art. I'm not like that. I'm just making content that my audience enjoys, and I'm happy.
Who would want it? It has your filth all over it.
And not have to become shill for you. But in order for me to not shill, I need your support. So
he didn't even snipe a guy as he's jumping in plain sight.
Supported my efforts to be an independent content creator on the internet. I am very
you'll need a pro controller too, Frank, if you don't already have. Just assume you already have one.
All right, guys, it's time for us to get.
And you need to understand how to squid roll.
So, I need to really do this. I need to recap because now it's
Foundation.
Been a while since we talked about it. So here's the deal. All right.
Story time. Basically, he couldn't just outright say he doesn't want to do it anymore. I knew this was coming.
On the internet, and then eventually I addressed it about a week or two ago. That I am working with a documentarian by the name of
what? Why would he say working? He's not. He knows this as he's saying it.
About Boogie.
Does Mike even know this? Was he told in advance?
There's mixed feelings about that documentary. All right. a lot of people seem to be of the impression that the documentary is incredibly great quality, but also that the documentary makes Boogie look terrible. And why did Boogie even participate in it if the whole point is the documentary, you know, didn't make him look good at all, just made him look bad? And the thing is, I had not seen the documentary, and I'll tell you, I've
God.
seen it, and yeah, I agree with everybody.
You hadn't
I
seen
just
it
think that
before?
the documentary is a sad telling of Boogie's life, you know?
Well, that's just that's the life
and
Boogie's
what can
live.
I
Like,
say?
it's the
Maybe
truth.
He's just that type of person.
It's true.
Right? And that's what he wanted to be portrayed on the internet. I wouldn't
And he
know
lives
because
off
I'm not
pity and
Boogie.
sympathy.
You know, I don't know what the thought process there was in the making of that documentary. Okay, but basically, you know, for me, you guys know what I go through.
No, he didn't watch it.
You know the massive.
I guess he watched it. Now he's changing his mind. Like, oh, I don't want him to make me look like that.
Nonsense that happens all the time, and you also know that I literally just ignore it. I pay no attention to any of the nonsense that happens.
That's not
outside
what
of
you're
these
doing
streams.
20 minutes ago with the
When idiots
memberships.
try to come to the stream and troll, we just handle it, we move on maturely, and we just move on with our day.
You
I
just
don't let
say
it
you ignore it. That's
affect
not
me or
ignoring
derail me or
it.
Stop me, right? I love what I do for a living. I love my private, personal life.
And then you want to be Mr. Transparent and talk about how, like, you gotta, you're like addressing stuff for this stream.
Stop me from having a great positive life. I just refuse.
No, I have to
okay?
address this, you guys.
And maybe to some extent, that's one of the major reasons why I get so much negativity is because people can't stand it. They can't stand that someone survives against all odds, that someone is still
that is so lame of him to do what he's doing right now. Oh, I'm so cool, guys. I'm still here. I'm still here and begging and not making money.
Right? So it is
Yeah,
what it is.
I guess.
And the thing is that
Oh,
over
I'm
the
so
years,
fucking felted over you continuing to exist
I have learned
and giving
to
me clips of
basically
you being
be a
bad at
private
Street Fighter
person.
6,
I don't show you
among many
guys
other such games and
my
alike.
private life anymore. I used to be when I started on YouTube. Everything was transparent. I was vlogging.
You really
everything
don't
that I did
understand
in my
why people
house
are
when I went on
still paying
trips.
attention to you, huh?
You know, I had vlogs out the ass. You know, when I moved out here 10 years ago, I was vlogging the whole move and everything.
Unless,
And
like,
then
it's
when
a
I found
really
that
hilarious
increasingly
gameplay segment,
as this crazy
people kind of aren't there for the
toxicity movement
gameplay anymore.
on the internet continued, right? People just kept escalating the level. It wasn't just, oh, Phil's a bad gamer anymore, or Phil's videos aren't that good anymore. It became, Phil's a bad person. We want to actually hurt Phil. Let's do what we
it's
can
so
to ruin
awful.
Phil's life. And so a lot of those private things that I put out there in my vlogging ended up being used as toxic, insulting, or even dangerous things against myself and my family. I always tell the story, all right, that basically one day I was doing a vlog in my kitchen, and I can't remember what it was. It could have been like a DSP Tries It, which I used to do all the time, where I would try
Just say
products
you wanted a
and
puff
rate it.
piece or something.
And I had a statement sitting on my countertop by accident. It shouldn't have been there, but I left it there for the filming. I didn't realize it. And just for just a couple frames, it panned into the camera, right? These people are so crazy. They called the utility company as listed on that statement. They impersonated me with very basic info, and they told the company to turn off my power. You may think that's funny, but it's not. That's basically a pain in the ass for everyone involved. For them, for me. They can't just
It is
switch like this.
pretty,
It's a
like,
thing
I
to turn
disavow.
power off and on. It costs
Come on,
money. It costs time. And if
there's
it
no
turns
reality
off,
in which I
what
would
if
not
I have
disavow
power
that
now for a day
action.
or two, and I can't work.
But yeah,
and there's no
only
heat?
DSP.
It's fucked up. This is what people do. That's how crazy they are. Now, this is a story from many years ago. Since then, things have escalated to levels you guys don't even want to know about, with the level of things that have happened, the harassment of myself and my family, okay? So, that's just one example. So that's why you guys don't see me doing that kind of stuff anymore. I've made this very sharp division between what you see on camera and what's my private life off camera. You'll see stuff in this office.
I wonder if Mike asked him the same financial questions he asked Boogie, which, by the way, Mudahar called him on since he blatantly lied on the documentary. Boogie?
And in fact, even my wife, Kat, has stayed.
I didn't know he did
you
videos
off
on that
camera
documentary.
for a very long time. It's only recently, in the last couple of
Only
weeks,
recently.
that she's made the active decision to come back into my content and start being on my streams again, which I'm very happy about.
No, you're
but
not.
Even then, look how long it took to get that level of like trust and feeling that it was going to be okay to do so, and it would be safe, right? So, with that level of separation has come kind
Took
of an
about
air of
6
mystery.
years, and all we
People
got
who just
was
make
even
stuff
less
up, crazy
gameplay out of it.
conspiracies, and everyone's always wondered.
But that's
you
the
know,
stuff we
what's
don't
it
care
like
about, so
in
whatever.
Phil's life, because we don't see Phil's life. It's this level of mystique almost around it. And in truth, I don't think it's that interesting, but I guess a lot of people are very interested about the personal side of Darkside Phil, okay? So, basically, for a few months now, this isn't just something that happened recently. This is something that's been worked on now for a few months, is that Mike Plum and I got into discussions and everything about a documentary and what it would be. And as I've explained to you guys, all right, this documentary is not an interview. This is not just someone sitting down with me and getting answers to questions, and then you interpret it as you want. This is supposed to be my life story. This is covering, you know, me growing up as a kid, what it was like.
I didn't think a lot of it was going to focus on his past.
And then growing up becoming a gamer, and then getting into competitive Street Fighter and what that was like. And having
Did he even manage to do anything with Phil? Was there any footage recorded with them?
Like me and know me and can talk about my history and past.
They were in talks for months, but probably not.
It is literally a biography. It's a documentary and a biography of me, okay? Now, this isn't just going to be positive stuff, because no one wants to just watch a video that's just going to kiss my ass for an hour straight.
Oh, you're aware of this.
Cover all of the stuff that's been going on in the last 15 years since I became a YouTuber, a lot of which has been toxic and negative. People are going to be featured in this, including some of my biggest critics on the internet, to get their take on what it is they really don't like about me and they have a problem with me for, and stuff like that, okay? So basically, it's supposed to be an even-sided documentary. Yes, there's going to be positive stuff and there's going to be negative, but for the first time ever, it'll all be together in one thing, right? As opposed to, well,
it kind of sucks that he's describing all of this just to like cancel it,
clickbait views on YouTube, and
like announce that he's not doing it.
But if you want to hear something positive about me, you gotta come
this
watch
is
me on my content, because who's going to do that? When
the premise, the foundation, the history, it's all for naught. None of this means anything now. Like now that it sucks, because like he knows as he's saying it that he's essentially lying.
As opposed to if one of these toxic streamers,
he wouldn't have need to have like opened up like this if he just started and said, yeah, we're not doing it.
On the internet, that's what they like.
You know what I'm saying?
You're a complete asshole, and all you care about is hurting others. You enjoy negative, toxic content. You get your jollies off when someone else is hurting. Good for you. You're a really good person, right? I mean, no, those people are not good people.
It's not like he didn't already have a segment where he described what the intent with the documentary was going to be. Right? But I guess it's been like, it's been more than a day, so we got to do the segment again.
The thing is,
we can't just tell you to go watch the pre-stream from a couple weeks ago.
To try to get a fair shake have never worked. You know, I had an interview with The Quartering many years ago, and I felt the interview went fine, except when the interview ended, everyone just gave him shit because he didn't just stand there and pester me constantly with toxic conspiracy theory questions. So everyone's like, oh, that interview sucked. Then I go on Side Scroller, and for 5 hours,
you said it was a fair interview.
Never prepared me for the
you said it was a fair. You said it was fair. You said it was fair.
I answered to the best of my ability, but it became apparent that they were trying to.
They were supposed to prepare you.
Kind of a big confession that wasn't going to happen because I wasn't going to confess to something I didn't do. But this is what they were banking on, that they were going to get the scoop and they were going to get me to confess to all this stuff that I didn't do, so that they would be able to break the story on the internet and get notoriety, so that then their show could get big and they could make money, right? When that didn't happen, instead they turned it into a way to shit on me for months on end and make money off of my detractors, right? So again, whenever I try,
why would you care about that? Those people hate you.
To get a fair shake, right? It doesn't happen. So this documentary is the best chance I can have to get a fair shake, and because I'm, involved in it, and I'm going to have
I remember.
Side to
oh yeah, this is the way. If you wanna know all about me, this is the one place to learn everything about
And by the way,
Phil.
it's also going to be funny. There's going to be a lot of comedy stuff in there too. My life is also happy and positive and fun. This is not just serious business, Phil. Although I'm sure there are going to be moments in there talking about private stuff about my life and things that I've been through. But there's going to be funny stuff in there too.
Why is he saying this when we know what's coming? When he knows what's coming, it just feels disingenuous.
Show for everyone on the internet, right? This is supposed to be entertaining for my fans. This is supposed to be entertaining for my haters, but also for a whole new audience, for those who are neutral and have only heard about me through memes and other hearsay, to actually get a full story
like when
of
you
who
jacked
I am.
off in front of millions and millions of children. Like at least Ralph did it in front of a bunch of losers.
The positive and the negative instead of just the negative, which is all you hear on the internet, right? So anyway, Yeah, I've been, you know, in talks and working with Mike Klum for months on this, all right? And we've had brainstorming sessions, and we've actually met and talked about this stuff. And basically now, you know, we're in the stage where it's time to set stuff in stone, concrete, you know, filming schedules and all of that, okay? So, as you know, a few weeks ago, the story broke on the internet that this was happening, okay? And of course, people started asking me, and a couple weeks ago, I told you guys publicly about it. And the feedback that I got was, let me just put it this way, fearful.
Fearful.
Okay? That's the feedback I got, fear.
What did you think it was going to be? They would kiss your ass for announcing it?
It wasn't, oh, this is interesting. It was, well, I'm afraid now. Why?
Yeah, Derek was like, don't
was the
do
feedback
it.
That I got fearful from my audience.
Don't worry, Phil. I blocked that guy who talked to me on Twitter.
I'm absolutely sure that in the hater detractor circles, they were dancing for joy because they're hoping to get any
in fact, they thought it would
piece
also suck.
of information about my life that they can then use for something new for them. Keep in mind that the moment that anything happens involving me, they get content and they make money on it. So it's like a field day for them. If Phil's really doing a documentary,
yeah, we're all making money off of Phil.
That comes out about this documentary is going to become content for them.
Phil is my livelihood.
They don't have to work anymore.
That week that Phil got sick, I couldn't put food on the table.
And they're going to enjoy, and they're going to revel in it, and they're going to get every moment of it, right? And they're hoping ultimately that when this documentary comes out, it's going to end up being bad for me. Just like the documentary for Boogie, because ladies and gentlemen, as much as Boogie probably doesn't want to admit it, that documentary hurt him way more than it helped him. It made him look worse.
And nobody cares about it. No one's still talking about Boogie now. That shit came and went.
I'm sure was not the intention.
Boogie's still existing.
This is why guys on the Lolcow podcast, this is why the guy is exposing himself on Twitch to try to get attention, because he's desperate, okay? That's not good. And certainly that's not the situation that I want to put myself into. With this documentary at all.
But Mike releases the house footage he filmed at the very least, so he did go into the house.
Oh
yeah, he did say that.
Negative exposure,
yeah.
And maybe,
maybe we'll get footage.
Or sorry, or think I'm pathetic. It's the opposite. So I'm a positive guy, and I persevere through all this stuff that people throw at me. It's a completely different story than Boogie's, right? But the truth here is that people are right. The one piece of stuff out there that Mike Klum has done that everyone knows was basically a negative piece about Boogie and made him look bad. So my viewers are like, well, how is that going to help you? If the one example you have of what this guy's done actually kind of hurt Boogie, right? Made him look worse, then why on earth would you trust this guy to make a documentary of you? And again, I'm telling you,
he's a nice guy,
that kind of a documentary. It's very different, all right? That's why I'm into it and all of that. It's not. I would not be doing a documentary that's the sad life of Darkside Phil. My life is not sad. Okay.
Yeah, he kind of, everyone appealed to his paranoia because his paranoia is so easy to exploit. So of course they all pretended they were fearful for him.
Now also, I know for a fact.
Very easy to manipulate, despite how often he acts like he's smarter than everyone else in the room.
Are afraid of drama and problems because here's the deal, and this is what I know today, and this is what I've learned over time and experience. As a 41-year-old adult,
mature
I'm
adult,
well aware that my actions directly affect not just me, but the people around me, my family, and my viewers.
Oh, I don't want my wife on camera for like 2 seconds as she feeds me
and I feel
dinner.
That, sadly, there's a lot of times in the last 10 to 15 years that I've been a YouTuber that I was not self-aware enough to know that, and therefore I would say and do things that then would end up negatively affecting everyone around me in a very negative way, right? And that's my fault. And I publicly apologize to any of you out there who may have been put through drama and nonsense because of me. You know, perfect example here, that Side Scrollers podcast. I had already made the decision to not do an interview. I had decided against it. Originally, the idea was I wanted an interview, but then things were going good.
Yeah, it was
and
your
I said,
idea.
I don't want an interview. I don't need it. Things are going fine.
So things weren't going fine when you had that dream?
Contact me to be on their show, and I said, yeah, I'll just be a guest on your show. And then they decided they want to turn it into an interview, which wasn't the idea and wasn't my intention. But here I am trusting a guy who I've worked with over the years.
You didn't work with them.
And never
He didn't remember you in any capacity.
He decides this is his big opportunity to get over on someone and make a lot of money and get a lot of attention for himself.
He didn't remember you at all.
Right? So I got screwed in that situation, and
Oh,
what
that's
happened
tough.
was you guys were negatively affected. My wife was negatively affected. My family was negatively affected.
How?
It wasn't just me. And that's
He saw
not
it and
good.
decided she didn't like
This is not
it.
just about me. This is about everyone involved.
How did that affect her? Hello,
okay?
Mr. Pun.
And I apologize for that.
I told you I was booting up
And
on
so,
Saturday.
you know,
Don't act
it's
surprised.
a big step to do a documentary, all right? Where
Yeah, he attended a
lot of stuff
convention,
that
and the
probably a
guy
lot of people
himself,
don't know,
Mr.
or
Craig
maybe just a
Man,
lot of
did
stuff
not
people
even
have
remember
forgotten
that.
because I don't talk about it anymore, is going to come to light. And there's going to be a lot of stuff in one focused area of concentration about me, right? Likely it's going to dredge up a lot of old shit that no one cares about anymore, but some people will be hearing about it for the first time, so now people will care again, even though it doesn't matter, you know?
It's supposed to be a documentary about your history. Of course that's going to happen.
Over the last 6-7 years that I became a full-time streamer, I've dropped a lot of personas and monikers and things I used to do because I feel like in the modern day they're toxic and not positive enough of something that I want to portray to the internet, being that I am a content creator. And to some people, yes, I know how crazy this sounds, but to some people I actually am sort of a role model. And so I don't want to portray myself in that way.
Weird, man. Why did he just say
so
that?
I've done my best to change for the
To
better.
who?
but
Fucking
the
Jade?
documentary is going to dredge up those old things and have them be
Who are we a
exposed
role
again to an
model
audience
to?
who might they feel like they're fresh again.
So you're
right?
doing a bad job.
So, with all this going on, all right, there has been work going on behind the scenes on the documentary. All right, there has been. And like I said, now is the time that we're hashing out concretely things like filming schedule, how much work is going to go into it, what it's going to entail to do this, because there's going to be filming in the house, there's going to be filming outside of the house, other places as well, you know, professional studio work and stuff like that. It's a big endeavor to put out a professional looking documentary. This is not just a throw together piece. This is not, you know, someone
Just him explaining it like this. Him
Him
explaining it like this is already telling me he's not interested anymore.
It's not. It's a no effort garbage is what that is. This is a real documentary, okay? So, all right. Here's the big update, ladies and gentlemen.
The update is it's not happening.
All right? All things considered, everything going on. All right.
I don't think now is time.
As of today, the documentary is canceled. All right. And I'm going to tell you why. Because there's a few major factors involved in this decision.
That's ridiculous.
Right? And it was not an easy
That is
decision to make because I've been
ridiculous to
working on this for
say.
months with Mike.
After all of that, promoting, the filleting, giving us the foundation, to lay the foundation just to say, actually, everything I just said may as well have been like tantamount to a fucking lie, because none of it is happening, it's canceled, and fuck you.
To do a documentary like this is going to be incredibly time consuming.
Ah, yes, I'm gonna. What about all the major releases during the summer? During the summer when nothing's releasing, and when I always complain there's no games coming out.
Or really broken schedules and messed up stuff, right? So, for example, entire days of filming that I'm not streaming at all, a day where my schedule's way off and I'm doing kind of a half stream and then I'm running around. We're talking days I probably
Ain't the
wouldn't
first
even see
time you
my
done
wife
shit like that, though.
because I'd be so busy, right? And again, not just filming here, but also filming, I'm having to travel and go around to do this filming and stuff like that. So just that number one, that's a big endeavor. And by the way, that's not the reason why I'm making this decision, but it's a factor in it, okay? But basically, there's so many other factors going on. Some of these you guys know and some of you don't. Like, for example, I've got personal stuff going on behind the scenes in my life.
Ah, yes,
None of you
the
have
personal
any idea.
stuff.
All right, you just don't, because I don't share a lot of my personal stuff with you guys. As you know, over the last year, there's been a few days where I've told you guys things are going on. I'm not in the right mindset, or I'm not feeling well because of stuff, and that stuff's ongoing. So already, I'm kind of already at a limit of kind of stress in my life right now with that stuff going on. And that really sucks. All right. And let me also put it this way, okay? In order for this documentary to work, it would need to be even-sided, right?
That's what you said, yeah.
So you need to have an equal level of good and bad.
Oh, but he talked to people I don't like.
What's happened is, since the word
wow,
of
it
the
seems like it
documentary
actually
internet,
is Rich Review Tech's fault.
98% of the interest is the toxic negative. Everyone who hates me wants to be a part of this thing or have input in it so they can slam me and make me look terrible, just like they do on a daily basis for personal gain on YouTube, right? So that's where the interest lies.
It's kind of like that's like gonna happen no matter
and my
what.
Fans and those who actually like me have reached out to me over the last several weeks, and some of you, I want to appreciate every one of you who reached out to me and gave me your true feelings about this. All right, I had people who I haven't heard from in years reach out to me and say, don't do this documentary. That basically, this is not going to work. That it's just going to end up being a field day for people to bring up old shit that I've grown out of, but act like it just happened, right? And there's other people also who basically are like, you know, I'd like to be a part of this. Like, I'd like to support you as a fan, but how could we viably do that? And I mean, you're talking about, like, for example, let's say we wanted to have a fan of mine be a part of this documentary. Well, you don't want to give up their identity because trolls actually harass my fans if they can. They've doxed them. They've messed with their personal lives.
And go on a
So
call.
what are we gonna do? Like,
you think the fan would have to be in
situation where we
person?
have to black their face out and voice change
What are you
them
talking
and film them in
about?
a dark room.
Yeah,
And just
sure.
to have a fan of mine talk positively about me, right? Like, how crazy is that when you really think about it? And you know, I want to say thank you because again, there were people who I was working with to basically be kind of those people, and I appreciate that a couple people did step up and said they actually would do it.
You imagine if he reached out to James Flugel about this?
Because again, what you guys got to understand here is this is not just about me anymore.
Yeah, it's about me and my family and my community. What is he? Oh yeah, we just have to get him in person just for them to talk about me.
Documentary was being made.
There's no way I can just be like on a Discord call with them.
Right? But now
my club hasn't hopped on a call with anybody in the build up to this.
Not just me. So my concern here is listening to all of your feedback. Here's the feedback that generally I've gotten from you guys in the last 2 weeks, since basically this was announced, right? Since the Side Scrollers interview, so much drama happened. You know, first there was the fallout from that interview, and literally 3 or 4 months.
No, we're gonna talk about the drama.
Constant streams about me, Stuttering Craig wanted to come on my content. You know, bullshit. All nonsense just to make money. And then finally they shut the fuck up. But then Keemstar interjected himself because he now wanted to get popularity with this Lolcow podcast.
He wanted to steal his podcast idea from him.
Months with that. And then finally now, we're at a time and a level where the air is clearing and things are calm. And there's nothing really going on in the drama sphere at all. And people are actually just enjoying coming by and being a part of my content and not having to hear
I feel
about
like this line is kind of repeated every time we got to address this alley, this avenue.
There's always going to be some nonsense. Right now with these trolls and the stupid false gifted memberships and all that, there will always be a level of that. But the thing is, there's some things you can ignore and there's some things you can't really ignore or can't control. The whole nonsense with the fake memberships is easily controllable. You ignore it, you ban the person, you move on.
Not controllable for your bank
account. If you've got
account.
every person on the internet talking again about me in a negative drama way, it's going to affect everyone again, right? And right now we're in a situation where I'm really stressed out already. I'm also incredibly busy. You know, not only am I running DSP Gaming, but now I've got this new project with DSP Throwback that was already in the works and going, right? And now that's hitting full swing with its first stream and everything, and I gotta be focusing somewhat on that. I'm still maintaining the React show every week, once a week, and I'm trying to find new content for that. In fact, we need to start talking about the Super Bowl event tomorrow to start planning it.
Super Bowl event, I completely forgot about it.
And then on top of all of that, my wife has finally made the decision to come back into my content.
How does that affect anything? She was going to be in a documentary no matter what. How is that a reason why you can't do it?
Content where she can do co-op gameplay and commentary with me, and that's a lot of work too to figure that all out. Right?
A lot of work to think about what games we can play.
We got all this stuff going on already.
Oh my lord!
And now it's like, oh yeah, by the way, now we got a plan to have all this time away from work so I can film and I can do this and I got to travel to do this and that. And then on top of all of that, just so you guys know, there is one other factor that just happened this week, and I'm not going to tell you guys about it right now. Maybe eventually I would bring it up, but I'm not going to right now. But there was another huge determining factor that just happened. And that
Wonder what it was.
basically
Parents
the
die?
straw that broke the camel's back, as they say. And I was like, I
don't want to be depressing about it, but...
All right. So, just to make this official.
Makes you wonder.
All right. It is canceled. It's not, oh, it's delayed or whatever. The documentary's canceled. All right. Now, I'm not saying that I wouldn't do something like this again or consider doing it again in the future. I'm saying right now, this is not the time, the climate, or the level of stress.
Why did we announce it in the first place? We announced it in the first place, but we knew we were gonna do DSP throwbacks. He just said that.
Right in the future.
He knew he had all this coming.
Get better. If, you know,
he knew he still had to keep doing stuff on all these other channels. So, like, he knew that as he announced it.
Basically,
but now it's like too overwhelming.
Here's the truth of the
He would have had the foresight beforehand.
Think of it this way. Let's say that I did this documentary.
Hello,
right? And it went
talk
really
to
well.
Scopely
All of a
Depths?
sudden, there's a fair,
But what do you have gleaned from
balanced way
that?
to look at me, and all of a sudden, a bunch of new people are exposed to my content, and they come over to the channel.
Did you know the
and our
biggest whale in your
community
game is a
grows,
fucking
and it's better
loser?
for business and for everything. That could happen, right? It could, but the thing is, it could. It's not a guarantee.
Yeah, you still benefited. You still benefit from this. Still got the free attention from it.
That I do this documentary, and again, some of these old.
I don't think he isn't benefiting from this. Even by it not happening,
you know, things
he
from
still
my Street Fighter
benefits.
days, things from my early days of YouTube, shit that doesn't apply to me in 2024.
He got free
But things that people
attention
are
from
only
a
just hearing about for the
rising
very
content
first time.
creator.
And now they become this emphasis for certain people, and now people, oh, that's that guy who did that 20 years ago, right? Or this or that. And that could be really bad for us all, right? It could put us in a worse light as a community. Not just me, but it could put us in a worse light as a community together. And that
Can you
is
just
a risk
get to
that
the
right
point?
now I'm not willing to take. That my sins of the past are somehow going to rub off on us in
The
2024
sins.
and make us
The
all be
sins.
treated like dirt, right? And there is also one other thing. All right? I feel like this documentary, because I told you guys this when I started talking about it a couple weeks ago. I said this documentary would be the one. And what I meant about that is that this would be the one thing I do. That if I did this documentary, this would be it. I'm not going to do a second documentary.
WWE Champions dailies take time.
I'm not going to
Well, it's not like he's hiding that he plays the game.
This is it. This is the one big project, right? That's going to encompass all of me, my history, who I am yesterday, today, how I've evolved, and all of that, right? All together. And I'm not sure that we're at the point that we're ready for that yet. Like
When
I
will
said,
we be?
I'm
Can we get
41
like an
years old, I'm
estimate?
not going anywhere. Unlike all these other YouTubers who all of a sudden have decided together that they want to not do YouTube anymore. Oh, I can't take it anymore. The stress and all these years of doing it. I gotta quit. No, you're quitting because you're rich. You're quitting because literally you're filthy
Rich quit because
You
he's
hit
rich.
The algorithm right.
That's true.
You got lucky. Then you rode the wave with your thumbnails and your clickbait titles. And you
Maybe
put
they're
out your
getting
content
old
for
just
10
like
years or
you.
whatever.
Have you thought about
got
that?
Filthy rich doing
These
it
people
the way
that did
everyone
quit
does
are about
it,
the same
and
age,
now you're quitting
age
because
range
you
as
don't
you.
do work anymore. That's
What's wrong with
going
that?
on. I mean, it's a
What's
very
wrong with that?
simple explanation.
Even if
for
that
why
is the
so many
case,
YouTubers
what's
quitting.
wrong with it?
And it's not, oh, the YouTube exodus, people don't like working on YouTube. It's because these people are rich and don't have to work anymore, right? They already made it big. Now, you can judge for yourself whether or not these people have a level of passion for their work or not. Personally, for me, I've told you guys, if I hit the lotto today and I became a multi-millionaire,
He would still
I didn't have to work a day in
stream
my
for
life,
some
I would still
reason.
stream. Now, I wouldn't stream the capacity that I do now. I'm not going to stream 6 days a week full time. But I love this so much because I have passion for it. I love what I do, and I love having interactions with you guys. I would keep doing it.
It's not even like a special kind
Right?
of. I'm sure a lot of people
And
would
there
do
you
the
go
same.
with YouTubers who
We can play
oh,
games
now
on
we're in
the
a situation
side
we
and
don't have
stream
to
it to
work anymore. I
people.
quit.
Hey, you don't have to work anymore. Who wouldn't like?
Well, I'm not like
who
that.
wouldn't have his answer to that?
No, first of all, I'm never gonna make it big. I'm never gonna become a multi-millionaire doing this. Okay, I'm not going to. I'm too small time, and I'm too stuck in my own mindset of how to do stuff.
Hello,
I
Squirts,
refuse to do all those things that all of them did to get rich. I don't do any of those things. I'm not going to do those fucking things ever. Okay, that's why I'm different. But That's also why I'm kind of
It's different because you're the only guy that has to beg money. Beg for money, rather.
So I'm going to do
beg money.
A documentary.
Hey, money me now.
I want to do it when I feel like it's time to tell my whole story. But I don't think my whole story's happened yet.
That's
I think my
a
story is
weird
still happening
go.
right now and will continue to happen and evolve.
Oh,
positively.
from the torpedo.
Right now, like I said, not only am I maintaining a gaming channel, but I got a React channel, and now I've got a throwback channel. And this is going to be a fun year of kind of doing stuff on those and juggling them around and having a good time with all of you. This is a great year for games. Like right now, we've got a bunch of great games coming out that I'm very happy to be playing and everything. So I'm not ready to say
I hate Triple Ink Strike so
here
much.
it is, and I'm done with it now. Like I feel like maybe down the road, right? That's something to consider. But I don't think that now is the time at all.
No way.
I feel
With the
like
blaster.
The right decision here is because there's nothing toxic and negative really going on right now. Because we're all having a good time. We're about to start new releases. We're about to start this new year a very positive way. All this good stuff going on. And because of the feedback I've gotten direct feedback from
I really hate that blaster down there.
Fans, you know, writing me out of the blue, and everyone just tossing their opinion into the ring. And the consensus I'm getting right now
my headset. That's all my fault.
is that it doesn't make sense. That's what I'm getting. The consensus right now is, no, definitely don't think about this right now.
Ban,
you know,
ban, ban. I'm just going to
maybe,
ban.
And, you know, maybe in the future or whatever. But basically, don't do it now because this is going to be a second side-scrollers. Now, here's the thing. I don't believe that. I don't believe that this documentary is going to be a second side-scrollers because this is not a hit piece on me, right? But at the same time, I'm totally understanding where people are coming from, where they're saying it's gonna primarily be a lot of drama for a lot of people.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
they
like,
all
tons of drama.
left.
And
that's right.
No one wants that level of drama. People just want me to be happy and to put out good content that they enjoy. And that's what my true fans who are supportive of me, who come by every day and support my content. No matter what it is I'm doing, what it is I'm playing, what project I'm working on, what channel I'm on, those people aren't seeking more drama, right? And this, no matter what, this documentary was going to cause drama. And so, I think this is the right decision for now. And again, maybe in the future, I would change my mind, but for right now, it is canceled. It's not postponed, it's not on the back burner, it's canceled. I'm not doing it, all right? But maybe that would change in a while.
Still do some shit anyway, fuck it.
Depending on how things look, right? Who knows how things change over time? Who would have thought that today I'd be doing this? Like what, 5-6 years ago, I never would have thought that I'd be doing what I'm doing today. And then 5 years before that, I probably wouldn't have thought I would have been in that situation. You know, my life changes a lot. So that's my feeling on it. All right. And by the way, yeah, the schedule's not updated. I didn't update it. I'll have to update it. I keep forgetting to do that. I'll do it in a minute when I'm done saying what I have to say about this. People keep typing the schedule and it's wrong. So yeah, that's the deal. So I want to say, first of all, thank you to everyone who gave me feedback. I appreciate your honest feedback. Thank you very much to those who actually stepped up.
Oh, is this the same blaster?
Like I said, I was talking with a few people about being a part of the project on the positive side of things. And they were very willing to help, even at great personal risk of being harassed as you know, because they were going to participate in this. I also want to thank Mike Klum. I want you guys to understand something. Mike has been absolutely, positively nothing.
He is not a troll
at all. In this whole situation, he's been 100% professional. This decision has nothing to do with him whatsoever. Zero. This is my personal decision based on my life situation and my things going on.
Why does S- have to be this? It's not even S+. It's S-.
100%. He's listened to every concern I ever had, and this was going to be something that was going to be safe, right? This is not going to be.
Thought I had a grip on the squeezer, but I guess not.
Starts filming and just slaps it all over the internet, and now next thing you know, everyone's harassing me.
Grip on the squeezer.
My shit's on the internet. That's not what this is going to be. I want everyone to understand that. And hopefully he'll be able to make quality stuff. From what I understand, he is working on other stuff that's going to be good. I wish him the best in the future.
It's like I can't even approach because he's got the range blaster out.
I know.
I don't have the range to get up to him in front of his in his face.
It's not for me. It's not for my family, and it's not for my community right now. All right, it's just not the right time. Fair enough.
All right, thank you for that nothing burger announcement, Phil. That thing we saw, like, no, we saw nothing. It was announced. There
So
was
I'm sure you
nothing
guys are all
from the
gonna have
announcement,
questions.
and now it's just
to-
not even
to warn you
happening
all,
at
If
all.
it's personal questions and shit, I'm not gonna answer it. All right. But if you guys have general questions about the situation, I'm willing to talk about it. So let's get into that. First of all, let's get to shout outs here. All right. We've got, let's see here.
It's not even going to be allowed to
Josh,
exist. Come on.
who re-upped his membership and said, love you, Phil.
Connor
Thank
Moon?
you, Josh, for that. And Spider Dijon also gifted a membership to the community, and it went to Silent
This motherfucker got banned.
Congratulations, Silent
Now
Hint.
wait a minute.
And thank you, Spider
Wasn't that
Dijon,
name explicitly
for supporting
banned the
community
other
here
day?
on
Did he put an
DSP.
email in?
Okay.
Sorry,
So,
Phil.
Let's take a look at what people had to say. We got contributions coming in.
Did he already say he spent $15K in expenses for the documentary? Oh, that's tough.
August did a $10 tip and said, oh, the documentary is going to be great. I'm looking forward to it. Well, oops.
Oops.
Sorry about that.
Sorry, I
August, the
hype
documentary's
beasted it
not
for a
happening.
fucking hour before telling
Okay.
you it was canceled.
By the way,
Thanks for the money.
I don't think the animation just worked. And I'm wondering if that's because I changed my animation. So hold on. If I click this.
Oh, boy.
I changed my animations. And now none
Get
of them
fucking
work. So I
Felton.
went from
Actually,
everything working to
wet
nothing.
black
Give me
lap.
a second here to try to figure this out. Go through it. Oh. Oh, I don't have it set up. No wonder. I misclicked.
Oh, one of theirs disconnected. Why could it not have been the range blaster?
My fault.
We cannot win in 1 minute, even with one of theirs disconnecting. It's just there's no approach.
Okay, so now it should work. Let's test it. Let me hit save.
Better not.
And there it is. I screwed it up. So thank you, August, for the $10 tip. But oops, the documentary is actually not happening. But I appreciate your enthusiasm for it. And you're trusting me that it would have been good if it did happen. Okay. I got a $5 tip. Also from August, who says, well, now I'm disappointed. Well, I'm sorry, August.
I just gave him another 5 after.
So he went from euphoria
Right on
to
his parade and just
disappointment in
gave
a
him
matter of
another
moments.
$5.
Thank you, August, for the $5 tip, and I'm sorry about that.
No, don't worry. The dent doesn't care. He doesn't care.
All right, continuing
How?
on.
They're just able to
I
take
got
it back as a
$2.25
3-man.
tip. Ass Man did a tip, and basically, I'm just gonna say this. I'm not gonna read what he said because there's no point in reading the whole thing. It doesn't matter what I do. My trolls say it's a negative. If I went forward with the documentary, well, that's a negative. Well, if I cancel the documentary, that's a negative. If I have input in the documentary, that's a negative. If I have no input in the documentary, that's also a negative. It doesn't matter if I fart or breathe or whatever I do, it's a negative. I don't give two shits what trolls say. And the fact
Better
that
hold
you
it.
care
You
about
better
what trolls
hold it.
say means that you
The
need
range
to
blaster's
also
gonna be
reassess
going
who you
crazier.
are and what you think about. Because in life, if you give two shits
Are
about
you
what anyone
kidding
says,
me?
you're just wasting your time. Like, this is not legit criticism. It's just nonsensical shit that they say, you know? So I don't care if they're
Knocked out
happy
2 and
or
then took it
upset
back.
that I am or not doing a documentary. They can get fucked. Okay.
This is just not my weapon for ranked.
Excuse me.
It's not this mode. I feel like I was doing better in the couple of Rainmaker games I did.
Slurpee tipped $2. I'm gonna read what Slurpee said, but this I don't know too much about this. Are you ready for this? Good idea to cancel. Seattle has one of the highest human trafficking rates in the nation. I always felt the documentary was a gateway to a dark underworld you don't want to be involved in. That's a new one. I never thought of this documentary about Darkside Phil as a gateway into human trafficking, but maybe I should have considered that in my decision too. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for the $2 tip.
Yeah, I got nothing for
I don't know
that.
what the hell you're talking about, but okay there.
Quite the noted exaggeration.
Wow. Alrighty then. I think Slurpee was following a different documentary is what it was. I'm pretty sure Slurpee was not actually paying attention to anything that I said. Anyway. Let's see here.
It's pretty gross that he just kind of fucked with them, made him waste money and, of course, time. The thing that he himself does not like wasting, only to cancel it all in the end. Tells us they've been talking and working together for months, and now just where is all that going down the tubes, according to him? Because he says nothing's gonna be done with it. Like Mike won't even be doing anything with the footage he already filmed.
Actually, the first super chatter of the day. Okay. And so far, it looks like that's what we got. I think I shouted everything out. Oh, something wasn't loading here. There we go. But I think I got everything as of now. I think I got everything. Also, shout out to Apollo. Apollo re-upped his membership.
How did he survive that tripling?
Maybe in the future. Perhaps. Again, this is not... It is canceled. Definitively, the project is canceled. But this is not...
well, they disconnected. Oh yeah, the match doesn't matter.
Anything like this. It's just, I don't feel like this is my swan song. Like, right? Like, I think, like, this documentary is supposed to be like the swan song. Like, you know, giving someone their flowers or whatever for doing content, and here's your history, the good and bad. But I'm in the midst of me doing it. I'm not quitting. I'm not retiring. This is not a, you know, nothing's go crazy is going on in that regard. So this is probably not the time to start causing drama around this documentary, right? And again, I've got a lot of shit going on in my life already, where I'm already stressed out and I got anxiety about shit. And it's like, do I really need to be doing this at the same time?
I'm stressed out just listening to this.
Bad idea, right? And so I don't want to have anything to do with that. So there you go. Okay. Okay. What's this?
Cat did this? You think so? Hey, I'm on a team with Goth Mommy.
So here we go again. Pimple Shits with a tip talking about detractors. I already said I don't give two fucks what any of them say, and I don't give a fuck about anyone's opinion but my direct fans, and that's who I listen to. And that's one of the major reasons why I made this decision, is because the overwhelming
Thank you for really
amount of feedback
talking down the Pimple Shits there. You sure showed them. Damn it. You knew it was gonna happen.
Listen, things have died down. No one cares about side scrollers anymore. Fucking stupid lolcow podcast. No one's paying attention to that anymore. This is great now that we're at a period where now we can focus on all these great new games that are going to be coming out. You got other efforts going on with the Throwback channel. Your wife is back in your content, which is super awesome and positive.
Back in your content.
Why now?
What's with the voice crack, man?
Risk all of
Only
that?
my voice
That's
is allowed to crack
I
like
got
that.
From many of you. You understand that? My longtime fans, my supporters, reached out to me behind the scenes, and this is the feedback I got.
Yeah, the Throwback channel that nobody's talking about right now. That Throwback channel.
No, I understand. Because there's a lot of people out there who casually watch me, and they wanted drama. Like, oh, crap. The drama around Darkside Phil has died down now. So now this is great that Phil's doing this documentary, because now the drama will be back. Well, I don't care about you. Okay, let me make that abundantly clear, okay? You ready? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to make a public statement
Zoom
to
in.
everyone here. You ready? Not even this question.
When he does that shit, he's looking for it. Stalling.
If you watch me for drama, I don't care about you in the least.
The world will be better off without you.
On this planet. At all.
The world will be the planet. The planet would be better off without you in it.
In my life, there's not a breath I take that I think about you or care about your opinion. All
now,
you care about is drama,
you need to.
When it comes to Darkside Phil, DSP, or Phil Burnell, I don't give two shits about you. And I'm happy for you, and I hope you have a great life.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you are.
I don't care about your opinion.
That was cute.
Okay.
Almost as cute as him being catty with his wife.
So people just don't get it. All right.
And she wasn't falling for any of that.
Okay, shout outs. Let's keep going.
Oh yeah, this was a very bad pre-stream. Why did I rewind for it? I could have just saw him play rip-off Pokemon.
Don't even know what that means. I'm ignoring it. Okay. Sir Ed Sheeran did a $5 tip. And this is what I'm not going to talk about, because this is what I'm saying. Like, people are now going to start asking. So, what was actually the terms of the documentary? what exactly was going to happen in the documentary, with each scene. Were you going to make money doing the documentary? And what about this? And what about that? And that's none of your business. And especially because the documentary is not even happening. It's definitely.
No, that's why he's asking.
Because it's not even happening.
That's why he's asking, because it's not happening, so it doesn't matter.
All right, so anything like that.
If it did happen, you would probably have even more reason to not talk about that because of confidentiality agreements and all that. It actually makes more sense that it's not happening, therefore it's okay to ask about stuff like that because it is not happening. But actually, it does not matter because it's not happening. Actually, that does not make it so it does not matter. Whatever, Dave. As if it did happen, he would talk about that shit. Oh yeah, I got paid.
Though, is that I already got all the legitimate feedback I needed from my viewer base. But now you've got people like Meatball Man in the chat saying you had a chance to work with a professional documentarian who would have actually shown your side fairly, and you squandered it.
I'm not ranked up at all.
We all know who you are. All right, we know who you are.
Who are you? Who are you?
We know what part of a community you're part of, and we know why.
Just say they're part of the magical Discord.
You're not fooling anyone, right? That's why you wanted to see it. You don't want to see my side be portrayed fairly. You want drama so you can revel in it and enjoy it and laugh at it. That's the reason you're in chat every day.
That's the real reason you cancel it, I think.
But I love
not because of your fucking schedule.
Like act
not
like
because of the
Oh,
positivity.
yeah, I'm a fan and I'm disappointed. You're not a fan. You never were. I just tolerate your existence because I get tired of banning your 14th fucking clone account here. You know, I'm not gonna sit here.
Where did this come? What did they say exactly? It sounds like all they said was they're disappointed.
Holy shit. Okay.
Where did that come from?
I received.
I have received.
Oh, I'm ignoring all this because people are tipping $1 just to talk about trolls.
Finally.
I told you guys I'm not talking about it. So
Want
I'm
it
just
back.
ignoring all of this nonsense. You're not getting any attention from me if you just want to talk about trolls. Sorry. All right.
But impossibly because you baited it, right?
Oh, let's see here. This is funny. Someone tipped $2 and said, when the Lolcow podcast inevitably fails because it's going to, and I guess already it's on that way. I wouldn't know. I haven't watched.
I don't think they worded it like that. Paraphrase. Go on.
I should consider doing a podcast with Wings of Redemption because we both have passion for games and it would be a good show. You do realize that could never happen. Wings is literally
hi everybody,
attached himself to Keemstar. He cannot now do anything without that man. So as long as he is completely beholden and a slave to Keemstar, I will have absolutely positively nothing whatsoever to do with him. Okay? It's that simple. So
DSP's seen the contracts between Wings and DSP. I like how he had like the qualifier there that, oh, well, what if like when they finally burn the bridge for good, will you do something? It's like, no, because they're doing stuff together. Well, yeah, they thought of that in advance and made sure to like put a qualification there for you. Those qualifying questions you love so much.
I have received.
You still received. You still received the $20 tip from 1 Minute Man.
Let's get that animation going.
Yeah, well, Wings shit talks feel like every fucking stream, so I can't say it's not deserved. I can't say Wings didn't earn that response.
No mercy.
Whoa! It's a Kyun Goon raid with the party of 3. Hello, Goon. I'm losing in Splatoon, and just like you, I am learning for the first time in real time the existence of the cancellation of the documentary. The cancellation is because things are too positive right now. Therefore, there does not need to be a documentary. Hello, Saki. Kamina Yurushi.
You seem to be doing well now. Just don't screw it up. And I would prefer Baldur's Gate 3 over today's game. Of course you would. Listen, 1 Minute Man, we all know that you love Baldur's Gate 3. You know? And again, even though I'm going to be playing Tekken 8 and Like a Dragon a lot, I'm going to keep Baldur's Gate 3 in the rotation. Now, for the first week, it definitely will not be a daytime stream. I'll probably squeeze it in maybe a couple night streams later.
Hello, Wrexham. We are indeed gooning. Well, now we're digging.
Pay attention and see what actually happens.
Did he retreat?
To be honest, I think that Tekken will get a little bit more attention, but I don't think that
little
Like a
bit
Dragon
more.
will maintain daytime stream attention after a few streams. I think what'll happen is it's
But he says Like a
interest will
Dragon
wane
always kind of falls
after
off.
a few streams, and so what might happen is I do Like a Dragon a ton on night streams, and then maybe daytime.
Wasn't his whole thing that he wanted documentary to be positive? Now it's too positive. He's can't. No, he means like what's his life right now is so positive, like it's not necessary. But at the same time, he's got like stuff going on that he can't talk about. That's so negative that it's like interfering with his scheduling, and he doesn't want to talk about it. And don't ask. And if you ask, you're gone.
And I never touch it ever again, right? Like I have no idea. So.
So that plus his community told him they didn't want it, allegedly, in emails, and we can't see the emails.
Will stay going. That's a game that I've now invested like 55 hours in. I'm not just gonna.
And if you say you're disappointed, well, in actuality, you're just a drama hound. And he before you read it, he just said, if you watch him for drama, off yourself. Like he actually said, just go off yourself, get off the planet.
I have the absolute most insane people on this planet.
Very G-rated LTG moment.
And doing this stuff, quite frankly. I don't believe that there's anyone else that has that level of craziness. All right, I just don't. It's funny because people act like it. Oh, well, LTG has big haters, and Wings has big haters, and Boogie has big haters. No.
They all do.
The difference is that I don't entertain the loud cow bullshit. I don't buy into it. So because of that, they get incensed and they just create their own circle jerking communities of shit. You know, based off of today's video,
Dude, he would not handle having Wings as trolls. I'm telling you right now.
Made about this. 100 separate videos made about
He wouldn't.
Okay? So there you go. Okay.
Exactly, Apache Goatee. Wings trolls have to be at the level where they at, or at least they feel like they have to be, because Wings just doesn't react like he used to. For the most part. Like he'll still yell at a game, but I mean like directly react to the trolling that is inflicted upon him.
All right. Sarah says, if Mike Klum really was going to be unbiased and fair with this documentary, why'd he break the news on Kiwi Farms? Then only do promo interviews with your haters and detractors that want to ruin your life. I'm really glad the documentary's canceled.
Did any of the fans step up to talk to him?
Now, just to be clear about this, okay? That is not true. Because as I told you, I was working behind the scenes with people from my side.
That is true from our perspective and understanding of the documentary.
That wasn't going to be done publicly. Do you understand? Like, we weren't going to come out in public and say, hey, fans of Phil, come get an interview with Mike Klum. That wasn't going to happen. It was going to be me.
Mike did reach out to Derek, so he did reach out to fans publicly.
Who were willing to do that because that was going to be personal risk for them. You understand? You know, people who have had positive association, positive experiences with me over the years. That's who was going to be involved from my side. Yes, family members were going to be involved. Yes, longtime fans, friends, people like that were going to be in there. Okay? So that was happening.
Basically, Cat was going to talk to Papa Dave.
For the negative side, and that's all that you heard about. Again, here's the thing. Why did you only hear the negative? Because those are the people who were the echo chamber on YouTube. Those are the people who literally are 90% of YouTube today. Toxic idiots. That's what the sites become a cesspool of. Drama queens, fucking fake TMZ reporters, gossip girls. That's what
On the
they
topic
are.
of trolls, wouldn't Wings trolls make DSP trolls look like little leaguers? No, let's booty blasted by DSP's mid trolls when Wings trolls get Wings fired from DoorDash and make him look like he robbed a Target or whatever that was. I don't think Nola's a fan of Wings trolls either. He just really hates DSP. I don't know. I really don't know how else to square it away.
That's what they want though, because that's how they make.
I mean, everyone has cows they don't care about, or they're not interested in.
Gossip and negativity.
And also, Wings doesn't have his own sub forum.
But thank you for the dollar.
With like an insular nature. He just has a thread.
Concern, and I understand.
Because Wings trolls prefer to go and talk in Discords and whatnot.
JDTV says that why did I announce the documentary at all? Well, quite frankly, because it kind of already got out there. When, you know, when Mike started talking to people on the internet about it, immediately it got out there. And
Yeah,
it was like
I think
days
Knowles
of people
finally
already
calmed
pounding it.
down. I've seen his
Quite
replies
honestly,
as
I
of
don't think I
late.
was ready to
It's
really
a bit more
talk about it
cordial
yet, because we
now.
hadn't done any work on it yet. You know, we hadn't sat down.
But everyone else has been cordial as well, so it's kind of like they both have to extend the olive branch situation.
The moment that Mike went out there to try to get
Hello, Chalky Milk.
the, you know, that side of it, boom, it just hit the internet, crazy viral nonsense. So it just kind of happened that way. I don't think it was intended to be that way.
Well, stuff like making websites
If you
for
haven't
him
noticed,
about fake
I haven't even
vacuum
really
parts. That's like
talked
small
that much
potatoes
about
compared
it.
to going
I
out of
told
his
you guys I
way,
wasn't really
going out of their way to get him fired from DoorDash,
we're
and
in
then
development stages of
lambasting him for not getting a job.
That would have worked.
I guess it's whatever. Are we like in a debate whether DoorDash is like real? Is that a real job? I don't know. He got money from it.
It just kind of blew up the way it did because
it made him go outside the house.
You know.
Oh, Wings, why
Well,
don't
let's
you
see
go
here.
outside? Well, I mean, he was doing that.
Ass Man, Timmy, $3.33 says, why would you sign off on a documentary if you thought it might hurt you? In the future, you should just do your own. Again,
The autobiography documentary.
I didn't.
Why did you sign off
You know
on
what I'm
it?
saying? What are you talking about?
You agreed to do
I didn't
it.
sign off. There's
Ah,
no,
semantics.
The documentary doesn't exist.
Semantics.
I don't know what you mean. You guys are acting like there's a giant.
I really hate this, man. I don't, but like, could you imagine if I
It
did?
didn't even happen. I don't. So I don't even know what you're saying. You know
I
what I mean?
can't. It's like
we're in the
I can't even
initial
muster the strength to get angry.
of planning this thing
I sound
out.
more tired of it all
Right?
than
We didn't even
anything.
schedule
Like, can't he
filming
just like play a
times
game
yet.
already?
As I told you, you guys would know when we scheduled filming times because it was going to affect these streams. So I was going to tell you when that was going to happen.
Even
That
when
didn't
like I
even
tell
happen
myself
yet,
I
right?
want to hate, it's not worth it.
Okay.
Imagine the DSP writing streams would somehow manage to get less writing done than even me.
Play cool, tip the $1. He says, any true fan of yours and a logical human being will look
Who's
to your
putting effort into
announcement.
something else to make
Initially,
money
they're
might
gonna
as well be a
surprised,
job.
but
Yeah, I
understand your
didn't. I would consider
We
that
wish you
like
the
it's
best, and we
contract
understand
work,
why it's canceled.
technically,
It's the best
legally,
thing to do for the current
legally.
status quo.
To say
I was
he wasn't
interested in
doing
the
stuff for
documentary
money,
would
it's
be in a
like,
positive effect that
you're
it has
wrong.
bringing new people in. Outside of that, I just don't care. Drama is pitiful content for pitiful minds. I'm glad you avoid it like the plague that it is. Cheers and have a great stream. Thank you, Play Cool. Yeah, and you know, I think generally with any kind of a project, right? You hope that it's going to be one thing, but then you basically have to read the room, right? And when
The room
it's
is too
announced that
positive
there's gonna be a
now.
Dark Side Phil documentary, and you read the room, and 90% of the people in the room are being insanely toxic, over-the-top losers about it.
And Clamblitz again?
Then maybe it doesn't make sense right now, right? If there was genuine, if I felt like in general, there was this peaked genuine interest in learning about me and what my life is really like and who I really am and what everything is.
Then you would do it, but you said
comes to
stuff
Dark
came
Side
up
Phil,
that like was out of your
right?
control that you don't want to talk about.
Then
But I feel like
probably
that's
it wouldn't be as
irrelevant now.
stressful
If that
or
stuff was
whatever,
always going to come
but
up and prevent you
when
from
I
having the time
look
to
at it
film.
and you see people who are literally foaming at the mouth.
Some should make the
for any
documentary
little
anyway
thing
using
that they
stock
can
footage
get
and
out of
interviews
it,
with John Rambo and
people
Keemstar.
harass
He
me
did
and my
he did go into his house,
You know what I'm
so he's
saying?
got footage. He had dinner with them, him
Like,
and his wife.
that's the feeling I get out of it. And it's like, well, obviously.
But according to
that's
Phil,
not
nothing's gonna happen.
Why
So
would I
maybe he
wanna do
told
a
Clum to
documentary
not use the footage,
that's
no
just gonna
consent.
feed more into the toxicity and drama of people that don't like me, right?
Nah, Derek
I'm not
blocked him.
saying
First thing Derek
that it
did
won't
was
be
block him.
addressed. I'm not saying that those people wouldn't be a part of it. They should be.
There will be
Because
no
people need to see
Derek
the shit that I go through on a daily
interview.
basis, right? At this very moment, there's people restreaming this. At this very moment, there's people making videos and posting them on the internet of what I'm saying right now, and that's insane. That's literally insane. I'm a tiny, small-time streamer. That means nothing.
Not really
Yet
that insane.
somehow,
Oh, I'm so
I've become
tiny there with your
important
hundreds
to
of
so many
hundreds of
people on the
viewers.
internet for weird reasons.
I'm sure most
And
of them
it's
are
really
bots,
bizarre,
but
'cause all I wanna
if I
do
get
is
it
sit
like,
here and play games and show you
gotta look at it
guys,
on the
but instead I have to
surface.
have
It's
this
not like you got like
insane
2 viewers.
toxic
Oh,
echo
I'm so
chamber for
tiny,
everything I
guys.
do.
Why are you
I
paying
just don't
attention to
get
little
it.
old me?
How did we get here, and what is wrong with these fucking people that they can't move on, right? But that's the thing. Like, if I'm gonna truly make
Yeah, he only blocked him because, I don't know, he wasn't a woman.
That everyone wants, and
even when DSP officially
personally, would I
announced
like
it, he
to see
didn't
an
unblock.
objective documentary eventually be made? Yes. I would. Today, no. I can't do it today. I know that now. But eventually,
What's gonna
I would
happen
like to
today?
see
The filming
something
was
like that down the road.
semantics. We know what he means.
But when my entire major fan base is telling me, don't do this, this is not a good idea, everything in your life right now is going better, there's no drama around you, just forget this and move on and do what you do, I'm gonna listen. So now I'm listening. Okay? There you go.
Moving.
Let's see here.
Shit, we actually broke their shield.
So Token,
Man, he
thank
was
you
moving
for-
up here to do
for
that to us.
The membership notification there. Dan the Man gifted a membership and it went to Crispy. So thank you, Dan. And then Dan also did a super chat. So thank you, Dan, for that support. So Dan would have been the latest super chat of here.
Ooh, booyah.
I appreciate that, Dan.
Sadly, it is an empty basket because they don't have anyone over there.
And another tip is coming here. Spawn Killer, thank you for a tip. Now here's the thing. Basically, and this sadly, I think is a symptom of the toxic treatment that I have received from the internet. Because I'm not even kidding you. Spawn Killer just tipped and asked this question. And multiple people are super chatting.
Dude, they
and
were
asking
so
the same
desperate
question.
for that
So
football.
this is actually Shiv as well, okay? Shiv did a super chat, and at the same time, Spawn Killer tipped and asked the same question.
Wow,
Okay?
I hate dually users. And we gotta
What
get the
I wanna
splash
do
down in there. Are you kidding?
Is I want to address it. Alright, I think I should address it.
Wait, what is he talking about? Shit. I gotta pay attention. I gotta like multitask here.
Basically, from what... Okay, here's what people are asking. In a nutshell, I'll paraphrase it, because everyone said it a little
Oh
different.
yeah, I'm sure you paraphrase
Well,
everything
don't you,
you
think that
read.
Mike now is just going to do a documentary without... That he's just going to take all the toxic, negative stuff about...
You think only toxic
and
stuff
he's
has
going
been
to compile
recorded?
it into a documentary of his own, so that he can still have a project out of this, okay?
He wasted
First
money
of
and
all,
time
I
on
really
it.
think you all grossly overestimate the amount of work that has gone into this shit. Nothing has been filmed. Nothing.
He spent
Nothing
$15,000
at all has
by
been
his
filmed.
own
There's no-
admission.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I think people are under the impression that Mike Plum
He
was
went into the
flying around
house.
the world for 2 months, filming everywhere and doing it. This hasn't happened. There's been initial
don't know
phone
that.
calls. There's been a few forum posts been made. Nothing has happened yet. in
Forum
regards
posts?
to
What
that kind of work.
forums?
You're you know, so.
What forums
people
were
are just wild
consulted?
in with their crazy speculations. That's number one. Okay. Number two, if Mike Plum wants to be known as a good documentarian, and he wants to have actual subjects involved in his project, in what line of reasoning would it make any sense for him to immediately make a hit piece documentary about me because I decided to not go through with our
Why would
more
it be a hit
objective
piece?
documentary?
They're just
If he
saying
made a
like,
hit
is
piece
the
documentary
footage
about
gonna
me,
go to waste or not?
Right? What makes
He
you think
says he
anyone
had
has ever
footage
worked with
already.
him? Right? The first thing they would say is, okay, so your first documentary was about Boogie, and that was sad, and he looks worse after it. And your next documentary is about Darkside Phil, but he wasn't involved, and it was a hit piece on him.
Sheesh.
Gee, I wonder if I should do a documentary with Mike Plum today. Right? Like, what are you talking about? Right? And then in addition to all of that, for
Got
everything I know
two
about the
brush
guy,
users
he's
on
a nice
top of
guy,
that.
He's an objective guy.
Did he end it? I think he ended it. Thank you. Thank you, DSP. I'm gonna have to finish that on the raw. Hello, Unit W and base shot. And we lose. Hello, Pomerimus. Hello, RRU. Go ahead and... I have to pull it up on Raw. Finish it up here. Shout out to Mike Hawk and Mike Club. There's DSP Space Gaming at. That valued site. Channel, rather. DSP Space Gaming. Yeah, I kind of want to just, well, the intention was to kick back. So, here we are in Squidland. Yes, yes, I was intending to kick back. Kicking back with this game. Is that even something that's possible?
Only doing the documentary, and what about this, and what about... It kind of already got out there. When... games and show you guys, but instead I have to have this insane toxic echo chamber for everything I do.
Yeah, Boogie looks bad because Boogie is a bad person.
What's wrong with these fucking people that they can't move up? Let's see here.
Get back to the question that I was on.
Hold on.
We gotta paraphrase
Well,
it.
in the meantime, Dr. Oink, thanks for the super... But thanks for the super chat. Hope you feel alright. Yeah, I know he was talking to the chat. It's just weird that he addressed the chat in a super chat. All you're gonna hear is the toxic negative shit. You get it?
Alright, I don't even... I'll figure out where I was at.
When you have no talent, you benefit from
I'm in the zone.
gossip and negativity. Okay, let's continue here. But thank you for the $1, Sarah. And here's the thing, Sarah. I totally hear your concern, and I understand it. All right? JDTV says that why did I announce the documentary at all? Well, quite frankly, because it kind of already got out there. When, you know, when Mike started talking to people on the internet about it,
Where did he go to talk about
out
it?
there, and it was like
Where did he
days
go
of
to
people
talk
already
about it?
hounding me about it. Quite honestly, I don't think I was ready to really talk about it yet because we hadn't done any work on it. You know, we hadn't sat down, we hadn't, you know, written out any particular scenes, we hadn't filmed anything. I wasn't really ready to talk about it, but the moment that Mike went out
I don't
there
think enough.
to try to get
If what he's saying is true, I don't think enough has went into the project for him to turn on Mike.
So it just kind of happened that way. I don't think it was intended to be that way.
I don't think Mike is the type that would just make a video anyway, even though he lost money and time on it. I don't think he'll make a video anyway. He doesn't seem like the type. Like, if Phil told him to not use the footage that was already, what little footage there was, if he told him not to use the footage for anything, Mike seems like the type that would just stay true to his word on that.
You know? Oh, let's see here.
Okay, 3 down.
Ass Man, Timmy, $3.33 says, why would you sign off on a documentary if you thought it might hurt you in the future? You should just do your own. Again, the documentary didn't happen.
You understand that, correct?
I didn't sign off. You know what I'm saying? What are you talking about? I didn't sign off. There's
ESP turns on
the
everyone.
documentary just doesn't exist. I don't know what you mean. You guys are acting like there's a giant, you know,
True, I
legal
suppose.
contract agreement, and we did all this work and everything, and now it's
Sticking
done.
out,
Doesn't even
like, if
happen.
they really did as
I don't know
little
what you're saying. You know what I
as
mean? Like,
they claim, I don't see what the reason would be.
we're in the initial.
Like, he knows he talked. He knows he did like interviews with tractors, and he doesn't seem bothered by it.
Schedule filming times yet.
He knows he talked to Rich. He knows he talked to It's the Gundam.
Because it was going to affect these streams. So I was going to tell you when that was going to happen. That didn't
He
even
doesn't
happen
seem
yet,
upset about it.
right?
Why would he agree to it if he didn't want it to be like an even leveled situation?
Okay.
But DSP is irrational, so I guess he could just turn on him later on and just shit on him for no reason.
Play cool, tip the $1. He says, any true fan of yours
Why
and a
did he
logical
follow
human
me?
being
What
will look for your
purpose,
announcement.
sir?
Initially, they're going to be surprised, but I understand your points. We wish you the best, and we
Just
understand
wait
why
a few
cancel
months.
seems the best thing to do
Yeah.
for the current status quo.
Shit talk him for no reason, probably.
The positive effect that it would have.
But I don't think he's gonna use the footage. I think if nothing's gonna come of it, if it's truly canceled, I think he's just gonna have to take the L on it.
Yeah, and you know, I think generally with any kind of a project, right? You hope that it's going to be one thing, but then you basically have to read the room, right? And when it's announced that there's going to be a Dark Side Phil documentary, and you read the room, and 90% of the people in the room are being insanely toxic, over-the-top losers about it, then maybe it doesn't make sense right now.
Hey, there we go.
Right? If there was genuine, if I felt like in general, there was this peaked genuine interest in learning about me, what my life is really like, and who I really am, and what everything is.
It'll be Mike's fault that the documentary failed. That's a rather exaggerated take at a likely outcome. But I think from what I'm hearing of Phil now, I think he'll accept responsibility for being the one to being the reason that it's not happening. Now, if he wants to historically revise that a couple of months from now, that's on him. But he still seems very cordial with Mike right now. Right now.
My intention. Why
He's very cordial with Mike right now.
That's just gonna feed more into the toxicity. I love you too.
But by the fall, you're not gonna hear a thing about Phil being nice with Mike.
I'm not saying that those people are gonna be a part of it. They should be. People need
trying to fuck up my watch streak with a surprise stream. Yeah, I guess I am. It's not like I didn't tell anybody twice over last night that I was going to stream on Saturday.
What I'm saying right now, and that's insane. That's literally insane. I'm a tiny.
But Side Scroller was a quick turnaround. You understand that, right? Side Scrollers was a quick turnaround. It was like, what, a day? And then he already decided that he hated them?
And it's really
bizarre. I mean, I guess I'm reading the room here, like how he's talking about how he's reading the room. I'm reading the room with him, and I get the impression that he understands that Mike is not at fault. And it's not like anyone is gaslighting him in the chat and telling him that Mike is the loser, that he's like a bad person.
Project, it has to be something that everyone wants.
The reason he was so quick to turn on the Side Scrollers is because the chat gaslit him.
An objective documentary eventually be made? Yes.
I don't get the impression that he's going to turn on Mike right now.
I know that now. But
again, if he wants to change his mind a couple months from now, that's on him to do. But it seems like it's on good terms. Is he just not allowed to have like a humble parting of ways?
There's no drama around you, just forget it.
There's no drama, he told us. I'm being too much of a dinger's advocate.
So now I'm listening. Okay? There you go.
I just don't see the premise for him turning on Mike. It's like Phil is the reason the Phil documentary is not happening.
The membership notification there.
I understand the precedent, but I don't see right now. Right now, I don't see it lining up.
So thank you, Dan, for that support. So Dan would have been the latest super chatter here.
Oh, where is he? Where is he? No, you better not. I got him.
And another tip is coming here.
I see what you're saying when you say, oh, he's gonna, in a couple months, he's gonna say, oh, it's because he talked to too many toxic people. But it's like, I don't know. You have a whole podcast and you like say it's literally your fault, and he takes the responsibility. I don't think I don't even think he'd be able to really historically revise that without like people that aren't us, like his own fans, saying, hey, but didn't you say a couple months ago that it was actually your fault it didn't happen and you accept the responsibility for it not happening? Like, he's gonna have to have some questions to answer. Like, maybe the revision will be like, it's like half and half. It's a little bit of him and a little bit, but mostly it's all Mike, because Mike talks to the wrong people.
What I want to do...
It would be quite the rewrite. And he would have to address, like, him talking about it the first time.
Basically,
I say DSP is like really. I claim like I'm acting like DSP can't really get away with that, but we did just have a podcast right now where he hype beasted it and explained the documentary and acted like it was gonna happen, only to then immediately tell everyone that it wasn't gonna happen, and he kind of just hype beasted it for the final time for no reason.
That he can still have a project out of it. Okay.
And then took $10 from a guy who thought it was going to happen. And then it didn't matter because he gave him $5 right afterward because he wasn't bummed out. Well, he was bummed out, but he...
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think people are under the impression that Mike Plum was flying around the world for 2 months.
I guess it hasn't stopped him. Look, I guess I'm just Dinger's advocate today. Yeah, you're right. It hasn't stopped him before. He's not consistent. His most consistent trait is being inconsistent. I'm just saying it's not. It just does not make sense in the storyline right now.
Number 2.
Right now.
If Mike Plum wants to be known as a good documentarian, And he
Like
wants to have
this
actual
line
subjects
about
involved
how why would I do that to Mike? He wants to be a good
line of
documentarian. This has been a
would it make
consistent
any
talking
sense for
point
him
since the announcement of the documentary. Like he's got like bullet points on his little cheat sheet there off screen, physical notes rather of talking points, and he doesn't forget that stuff. It's like if he does change his mind and decide it was Mike's fault, he's gonna at bare minimum gonna have to address the pre-stream where he said actually Mike is a good guy and it was all my fault that it's not happening.
He wasn't involved and you would have hit piece on him. Gee, I wonder if I should do
It's gonna be like a so were you lying then or were you not lying now kind of pre-stream. If that does happen and he changes his mind and decide it's Mike's fault. See, look.
And he doesn't
Mike's
want
a
to
nice
do that.
guy,
He
right
only
there.
wants to do this project with my involvement so he can make a real two-sided project. He does not want to make a hit piece because so many people have
He'll just
already
ban
done
people that
on
bring it
YouTube.
up.
Literally,
But
how
if
many
he's gonna
people in the
turn
last
on
couple of years
Mike
just-
and decide a couple
everything
months from now that
Mike
Mike's an
detractors have
asshole,
already said,
obviously that would have to have like a segment attached, right? He would have to like give us the history on the documentary because it will have been a few months since the documentary was announced. You know how this man is.
Uninspired and it's talent.
You can't just leave him well enough alone. We're gonna have to learn about what the whole documentary was. Just like he gave us the side scrollers rewrite on this stream.
You know,
He had to tell us again what happened with side scrollers. You know, for the like one person that didn't know about it already.
No, because I won't be
Was the
involved.
recap necessary?
Anyone can do that
No,
right now.
but he felt compelled to give it.
Anyone can go by past and do a negative documentary. People have already done it, right? But I don't think he's.
He already gave Mike shit for leaking it on KF. Actually, he said that that wasn't true to that person.
Right?
The person said Mike announced it on KF, and Phil said that was not true.
And it's already been done. It probably wouldn't even amount to anything that's going to be special because
I think what he means by that is
right. So no, I'm not.
Yes, I'm not saying read my lips that you cannot see because the mask does not have animated lips. The Shy Lady's mask. I'm not saying that he said the KF post did not happen. I think he knows the KF post did happen. The little Discord with Gokin doing all the detective work, it's probably the reason why this isn't, like, partially the reason why this isn't happening anymore. In addition to these magical things hampering his schedule that we're just not allowed to know about. I think what he's saying is, it is a lie that it was announced on KF because he was already laying the groundwork for it in advance, behind the scenes doing stuff with Mike. Now, I know that doesn't make sense because that was all behind the scenes and it wasn't a public announcement of anything. But I think what he means is like, you know how Keemstar got on that short, that YouTube short, and called him out and like said, get on a call with me? Or how Side Scrollers announced the interview without him being even prepared for it? I think that's kind of like what it is, where Mike was a little more cordial in his announcement and not like attention seeking. And, you know, Phil wasn't ready to talk about the documentary either, but it wasn't to that level. Because the issue is Phil's control in the situation. Hey, I got players with crowns. The issue is Phil's control in the situation. And in both the Keemstar call out and the side scroller thing, they were kind of announced without Phil's control or say in the matter. In the case of the side scrollers, they actually went against his wishes, which was to wait until he could announce it first. Whereas it feels like with the Mike thing, it did not bother him to the same extent. That he did not have that same amount of control. And I think that is aided by the fact that they were able to do all that filming beforehand. Well, they say they didn't really do much filming, but like he met with the man and talked with him on the phone. They had like, and then you like establish that trust and that relationship by having those talks already. So he already has like it. He already has it in his head that this is a trustworthy person because he talked with him on the phone. You know, like a phone style person. And like rather, think about it. DSP talking with people on the phone, Mr. Emails. You have to have like a high level of trust. You have to have like an S rank support with DSP to get on a phone call with him. So he already had that. It was like months in advance as well. So it was like, I guess it just didn't. He was more willing to like give the benefit of the doubt and not mind because he already had the impression that this was a nice man. Now whether he is or not is like it's not really relevant. It's more that he thought he was nice and trustworthy, so that he you know, wasn't as upset versus Keemstar like calling him the fuck out and telling him to get on a phone call with him. It's just not a comparable situation. It's the same thing, but it's not necessarily comparable.
You know, your concerns, I understand your concerns are warranted.
That's why he's acting so weird.
You know,
yeah, that's why he's acting so weird, because he trusted this person. I don't think he right now again, that could change. Right now, I think he doesn't dislike him. That's why he's being so weird about it. That's why he's giving him so much. He's giving Mike so much leeway room. He's like, oh no, it really isn't his fault, guys. It's because Mike was able to build up that trust beforehand. I don't know how many months they interacted with each other. They say months, so I'm thinking like, I don't know, anywhere between 3 to 5. I'm assuming. I'm assuming. I would hope a couple months isn't like 2 months or like 6 weeks, a month and some change, you know. So you know, you get that trust built, and they had dinner together. He went to his house. So it's kind of different than, say, Mr. Craig announcing an interview, kind of like in bombastic fashion, on the podcast that he runs, Side Scrollers, in front of a bunch of idiots. Phil's like completely unprepared for it. It went against Phil's wishes, and it's already like souring him in the sense of his trust level towards Craig. So I hope that makes sense.
This has happened already a million times. This, again, when the only treatment I've gotten on the internet is unfair treatment, you just expect that I'm going to continue to get the unfair treatment, and I understand that. I completely
man. They had dinner.
I think that was a lot of the problem.
It's just different than the Keemstar thing. I'm sorry.
This documentary.
He's still a human style creature. He's not completely reptilian.
Right?
Well, I think there was a little more to. Come on, you know, there's like a little more to Rambo's.
Let's see here.
Oh wait, like a little more context to the Rambo situation. Like I get where you're going with it, but it's like he knew Rambo way more than Mike.
Hold on.
No, I get it. I'm just saying, it's like with Rambo, it goes even more personal.
Dr. Oink, thanks for the super chat. I don't even know what you're talking about. I guess Dr. Oink is saying, thanks guys for feel better wishes. I don't know what you're talking about.
Why isn't Dr. Oink gone? His name is literally Dr. Oink.
If you're sick, I hope you feel better, Dr. Oink, but I have no idea what you're talking about in the super chat. But thanks for the super chat, I guess. You confused me thoroughly.
I think he's scared of something Mike may have included, whether he planned to talk to someone from the past or whatever, another bad personal thing happened to him last week. But they got the house, but I don't think they actually talked to anybody that wasn't already public, like Rich and It's a Gundam.
I think.
He acts like nothing was done on it yet, so he has nothing to worry about.
Excuse me.
I think the long-term narrative will be that this is one of the times he listened to his fans, obviously. Shit.
Yeah, I know he was talking to the chat. It's just weird that he addressed the chat in the super chat, and I didn't know what he was talking about because he hadn't said it to me. So I'm like, eh? I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Obviously, he doesn't actually take their input on anything. True.
Okay.
Dude, can you actually, like... Damn it. Like, don't approach if you don't have the approach.
Well, I'm sorry to hear you got your wisdom teeth out. I hope you feel better, Butters. Because I've heard that's incredibly painful. I've personally never had mine out. I've heard it's really, really painful. So...
Plum said with Papa Gundam he was going to talk to the Scopely devs, unless Filbert knew Plum was going to talk to Leanna or his parents. Bill said he knew family was going to be talked to. Now, you could say family is just Ket. When he says family, I would think of people beyond Ket. Family kind of implies people beyond Ket. I feel like if it was just Ket, he would say my wife Cat. Cat was going to be in it. But are we going to talk to the fucking cat? Like the cat, are we going to talk to Jasper?
Great new release content lined up for months right now. Like, I don't even think things will slow down that much until like April-ish. If that, because now we're going to start getting release dates for other games as well, right? So there you go.
Correct. There you go.
Yeah, I don't know. So everyone now is talking about Pal World because that's about what we're about to play. I know nothing.
You want them to keep talking about the drama? The drama?
People say, oh, it's like Ark Survival Evolved combined with Pokemon. I know nothing about Ark at all. I've never played it. I've never seen it. I don't understand it. So if that's what it is, this is going to be interesting because I'm going to be flubbing around and not knowing what the hell I'm doing. but I'm willing to give it a shot. You guys wanted to see me try it.
Yeah, I don't know the point of talking to the Scopely devs. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about people jeopardizing their business by doing things. It sure would be a great idea if Scopely were to leak like financial spending details of one of their customers. Tell me how much Down from the Raptor spends on Sweaty Man JPEGs.
If I had a gaming PC, would I get Tekken on PC? I don't know. I haven't looked into it. I don't have a PC, so I don't look into that stuff.
I have a mini PC.
If it had less input delay, then probably that makes a lot of sense, but I don't know. I know Street Fighter, the PC version's the best. I don't know about Tekken. So, I don't even know if Tekken has a PC port, does it? I don't even know that answer.
No, Tekken 8 obviously will not be on PC, Phil. Yeah.
Finishing Resident Evil 0
a fighting game won't be on PC. It's gonna be console exclusive. And its name is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Okay. Oh, great. Tekken 8's on PC, so once again, how much you want to bet once again? We're gonna have a situation.
Did you think it wasn't gonna be on PC?
Right?
Oh.
I hope not.
I didn't even queue up. Sure, that happens to people all the time in this game.
Pal World is on.
At most, I guess he could approach the devs on potentially predatory nature of the, I don't know, the packs and stuff. I still think that would encroach on how they run the game. Be potentially poisonous if they were to talk about it. It's not going to help them.
So it's entertaining. I guess we're about to find out, right?
Hey guys, I'm Mike Klum. Tell me why your game is so predatory. Why does it predate on people who live in Renton?
All right, guys. Let us, oh, it is early access on Steam. It's early access on Steam, game preview on Xbox. There you go.
Tekken 8 on the Soji game console.
All right.
I remember when John reviewed that.
All right, guys, let's end the show because we've now gone super late. I knew we would with this line of discussion.
I would.
I knew that this was going to go late. But it is what it is. I needed to get out. Now, here's the thing. Tomorrow, we have something important we need to talk about. You guys might not realize this.
The Grouper Brawl.
3 weeks,
the Grouper Brawl event.
Not even, actually. Now that I'm looking at the time, in just under 3 weeks, we have a marathon on Saturday.
Oh, yeah, get ready, Ann.
It's my Super Bowl marathon. And we
Wait,
haven't
Saturday?
even talked about it.
Oh, no.
We've been talking about throwback. We've been talking about documentary. We've been talking about all this other shit. We didn't even get to talk about this event. In 3 weeks, we got an event we need to plan. All right? So it's starting tomorrow on the podcast. We need to start planning this out so we know exactly what's going to happen. What kind of stuff do you want to see during that event? I already spoke with my wife, and she wants to make food. And I said, please.
Well, I would hope so.
Last year's Super Bowl event, she was working. So
doing
I had to get,
fuck all else.
Foods, and they were fucking terrible. Remember, I had like the microwave, or not even, I threw them in the oven, but they were the pretzels with the beer cheese in them, and they were absolutely disgusting. It was nasty. So.
Yeah, what a waste. Just like the helmet and the football finger that we saw once. And then it went behind them, and we never saw it again.
During the event, which is going to be really neat.
And we started drinking.
It's going to be better than last year's. We just got to figure out.
And then we played
what
tech
do
ball.
During that day. Do you want gameplay? Do you just want to hang out? Do you want to do ads like we did last year?
Kind of bums. Can't say I'm surprised though.
Do you just want me to sit here and drink?
I will say I am not surprised. If I'm surprised by anything, I'm surprised by how quick this happened. Like, if this was going to be the ending, I'm surprised it took only this many episodes. Like, we're already at the finale. Like, it's like we're here already without the filler in between. That makes sense.
Today's decision is the right one. And I'm happy that I got the feedback that I did from you. Because I might have made the wrong decision, just like I feel like I did last year.
You're right. You're right. People were theorizing, oh, he's getting Ket on screen to get ahead of the documentary because she's going to have to show up no matter what. Well, guess what? That shit's not happening, and we still get to see Ket. And apparently it's going to continue because it would be weird to suddenly stop showing Ket now that the documentary's not happening.
All right, cool. Cool.
Because if Ket suddenly stopped appearing now that the documentary is not happening, then that would just make people think for certain that she only showed her off because of the documentary. So if that is the case, he's got to play it up and LARP more. So we got to get more family game nights.
I have no idea what this game will look like. I don't know where to put my camera. Who knows what this is going to be, right? I have no idea.
Wouldn't be surprised if he just completely stopped showing her. Again, I think if that is the case, if that actually was the case, he was trying to get ahead of the documentary, which I think is possible. I don't doubt that entirely. Might be a little bit, maybe a little three-pronged there. Well, that could have been a reason. Of course, it was Ket's idea in the first place. I'm like, well, now he's gotta keep up the act. Because if Ket suddenly stops showing up, they decide, oh, it's not worth it. I magically have decided I don't want to do this anymore. That would just prompt more questions.
So, okay. All right, guys, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna mute the mic. I'll be right back.
How are we winning? I haven't been paying attention. I just assuming we've been losing. Dingus keeps acting like Dave behaves logically. Yeah. My bad for wanting to see the good in people. I know not of the hearts of man. Only my own. Alright, eventually he's gonna come back on screen. I don't even know what this powered game is. See everyone playing it. Dang, we lost. Go ahead and skip ahead here. We lost? We lost the lead! So much for my squeezer.
On both Game Pass and on Steam, and everyone's playing it. Supposedly over 2 million people have bought this within 48 hours. And, oh.
That is ridiculous that they throw us into overtime when they know there's no way we can turn it.
2 million people.
It's like a fucking joke.
Something like 800,000 concurrent players on Steam right now.
From behind?
It's insane.
He sniped through the wall?
Like, obviously it's a knockoff of Pokemon. I mean, everything on the screen is from Pokemon stolen. Just redesigned to not be sued by Nintendo. But they're holding guns. People are saying it's a survival game. I don't think I've ever played a survival game. Right?
What are you talking about?
It's like Ark combined with Pokemon, but also Breath of the Wild. And I'm like, what? So I have no idea what we're to expect. Now, to be clear, this is not a complete game.
It's completely ass.
Like early access, game preview, whatever you want to call it. So it's not finished. It's just, I guess, an idea that they're throwing out there, but it's already sold.
Whoa, it's Brian MK with their buy lift vote. Get your buy lift vote in if you couldn't get it in during the Lethal Company Collab of the Century.
Okay.
If you already have your vote in, they will reset at 9 Central, 10 Eastern.
Isn't there a real island called Papagos?
Papagos?
I guess we'll call it the Papagos Islands.
Is that the default name? Change to something fun.
Oh, I don't even know how that works. I suppose if I'm gonna play it,
tomorrow, I think, is the writing stream. Yeah, the writing stream redo. On that stream, I will have a new redeem for the battle ballot for people that I'll have the link towards your battle to go directly to your battle ballot, and then I'll be requesting a screenshot of that. And then once I look at that accordingly, I will drop Dingcoin and then award the gems.
Could be anything. Let's find out. Here we go. Pal World. Oh boy. You cannot edit your character after the game starts. So basically, you have to make your character exactly how you want them up front.
I was discussing results on one of those newfangled forums.
That is weird. Like your character.
And it seems like we have a good shot.
It kind of looks like
the question in the air is like how well the engaged characters are gonna do.
Looks like they're from The Sims.
Because it is the first year, and actually it's exactly 1 year since Engage as of today.
Face, but like a chiseled body.
So it's basically like how much attention they can command.
Like weird cartoony
like Byleth's rivals here would be, in my opinion, Felix and Diamant. Maybe male Lear. I don't think it would be unprecedented for a male avatar to win on their first year of existing. Like Robin is beloved, and it took him seven events to win.
He's got a bunch of gummy worms stuck on his head or something. I don't know.
You guys
It's
don't
so
even know who
weird.
these
Why none of
characters
them
are.
have any clothes? Right?
People say
No
Sigurd
one
has a shot,
clothes?
but he has consistently lost to Byleth every year.
Weird. I don't
He doesn't
know.
have
This
to
is
be
very
first
bizarre.
place either. He just has to at least be first or
I wanted this
second.
guy's like Moses or something, but with no eyes. This is so weird. Body.
And the funny thing is, depending on how the voting goes, he could be like
there we go.
6th place.
Well, now we've got it.
But like, imagine how maybe the first 4 places are
At least for
all
today's
females, and then
standards,
5th place is the
to be
first place
expected,
male,
right? Like, that's
and 6th
normal.
place is the second place male. He
skin
could be like
color.
6th place overall and still win.
Oh, there we go. Perfect. Can you do a custom?
I think it's more
custom
contentious
color?
for the females this year, which is why I'm not
Oh,
concerned too much.
Now we got it. Look at that. What's
It's
with
gonna be
the
Ivy
eyes?
versus
Look at his eyes.
Yunaka
Yo, when I move it,
versus
watch his pupils.
who else?
Can we zoom in?
Bernadetta
Camera zoom.
and female
Nah, it
Robin
won't let me
too.
zoom. It doesn't do anything. What if I back out? Zoom. Okay. How do I? Here we go. I want to see what happens to his eyes when I do the skin color. Ready? We go.
We have 15 clams and we
God.
can't toss in a single one.
Yeah, look at his eyes. Why is that? Why is it doing that? What is going on? So he does have pupils. They're just glitched. The pupils
The
are
game
glitched. Here, let's
glitched.
make like Dr. Manhattan or something. Here you go. We'll do here, we'll do like
They could have just
blue.
proceeded to the goal. There's no one defending it.
The Blue Man group, and then custom color saturation. I can't saturation.
Where are they going? They're going
Give me, like,
somewhere.
a pale blue. Making pale blue for no good reason.
Damn it. You focus on one, the other one gets one in.
Get brighter. Oh God. Lit up like the sun, right? Now it's just Papa Smurf. There you go. I made Papa Smurf. Great.
How much
All
time
right.
was spent on this
I don't
segment?
know what's up with his eyes. They're completely fucked up. Can we fix the eyes? No, right? Body. There's torso size. Oh my God! He's emaciated. Completely. Right? Or we can make him the chunky boy. Oh yeah! Look at that. He's nice and rotund. Very nice.
Yeah, like your wife. Oh, that's too easy.
What? Wait a minute. How could he be that fat but be ripped? Is that even possible? That's like a crazy. That's like E Honda Sumo, right there.
Damn.
Look at the arms. Oh yeah. Here we are.
It's like I don't want to
This is
like
great.
be at base trying to
Alright, we'll go
defend.
back and leg size. Hold on,
I
let's
want to
see
make
the
an
leg.
approach, but they got the sniper. The sniper, as long as the sniper is at base, he doesn't have to go anywhere else.
Obviously, there's no. Oh my God! What the hell? Yeah, look how wide he is. What is going on here?
No.
There's some weird stuff happening. His freaking legs are too long for his body. His legs should be shorter than that, right? Like, why are his legs so long? I don't know. That's weird. Face. I don't
Well, if
wanna
I don't
change
pick
the
this up,
face,
it's
but I wanna
over.
change his eyes. Can we fix them? Oh, there we go. The first eye is actually pretty good. Oh God, you can make him like a demon or something. What the hell are these eyes? Oh, it's like cartoon eyes. You give cat eyes.
We're not gonna
Ugh.
have enough time.
Oh my God, is it the Sharingans or whatever? Why would you want hearts in the eyes? No, I like
Yeah, the
standard
AI
eyes.
probably created those. Oh my
Let's
God.
give him a color.
Dude,
though.
we're
Give him,
right
like,
there.
A color that stands out. Give me yellow eyes.
He was right at the podium.
Yeah. Hair. I'm actually okay with his hair. I think we should keep it as it is.
How about we actually get to the gameplay?
Play the voice. The towers are the key. The tree holds the truth. What?
Whoa, wicked.
You wake up with a Pokedex.
That's so mysterious. What did they mean
Oh,
by
this is
that?
Very exciting. Look at this, man. This is great. Open the menu and go to Options tab and check your survival guide.
I can't say I'm too upset. I mean, he pulled an audible and did something halfway interesting.
Handheld torch, a wooden club. Oh, these are.
People always like to say, "Oh, Phil can't change his schedule. He's got schedule autism." You know, I've said that too. I've made that allegation.
Like a cat. Where is it?
That it has the eyes of
Cat's not
Suwaddle.
in this database. It's not the Pokedeck. It's the Pal deck. Wow, they didn't even try. They literally didn't even try. It's the Pal deck, like the Pokedeck.
It's the Pokedex with an X.
Unnamed guild and options. Survival guide.
Oh, you got guilds in this game?
Pounding the peaches with my DDD asshole.
Hello, Peaches and Keem. And they say, I would have been more surprised if it wasn't a Game Pass game. Did he like this? Because he's already kind of getting in that mood that's telling me he's ready to clown on it.
What's this?
He's playing it because it is a virally popular game.
Is it glitched and
Hello,
fused to
Stargard.
the ground? The first chest is glitched.
If he wanted to milk the hype, he would have started yesterday. He didn't know about it yesterday. I'm sure if he knew about it, like in advance, and knew it was going to be some sort of hyped sensation, he probably maybe would have, in a good timeline, changed it yesterday.
He moves. Look at his foot. He doesn't move his foot to jump until he's in the air. He like reacts.
But he did react to people telling him it was going to be a hot shit.
Oh boy, this is great. We got down.
Yeah, I guess I didn't see the pre-stream yesterday. If they told him during the pre-stream, yeah, maybe he could have changed the day stream right in the middle of it, which he has also done before, matter of fact. Maybe we could have had an audible night stream, but that can't happen because Street Fighter. Look at that. Yeah, I saw all the pre-stream. I just for today I saw it play him. I was just arguing with the chat because I don't think he's gonna turn on Mike Klum right now.
Make the bench. I can't make the bench until I get wood, and I can't get wood until I find wood, and I can't find wood. What the hell is that? Oh my god, it's a freak.
What? Thank you, Autobomb. They're just allowed to exist over there. Like,
I found 2 stones.
I swear I got the saddest defense.
Very exciting. What's this over here?
Complete wash.
What is that? Oh, this is a chest that's actually above the ground this time. Ready? Gold coins and Pal spheres. Yes. It looks like Dark Souls. It does. It looks like Dark Souls 1 graphics. It totally does. Right? Yeah, there's no music at all, right? I don't hear any music. It's
That's great. It always gets copyright claimed anyway.
In this game?
This game's getting more and more Phil approved by the moment.
Oh shit! Oh no! Oh god! Oh, you could climb! Oh, it's like Breath of the Wild. You could climb.
Didn't you just say that? Well, I guess you had to start at the cam.
They totally copied. Oh, I got my first piece of wood. I need 1 more piece to build. Craft a Pal sphere. Oh, here's wood. All right. So I got the wood I need. Now I can craft a workbench. Okay, workbench.
This game is like other games I played, so it's bad. Are you imitating him, or is that your analysis?
What happened? Press and hold to build.
Hold up, we're gonna get a bit toxic here. If I can quickly pull this up.
Dark Souls 1 is way better than this. There you go.
There you go. No comment. He's gonna shit on it after. He's gonna shit on it afterward, though.
Open the technology screen from the menu and unlock the Pal sphere. Pal sphere. I need a paldium fragment, more wood, and more stone.
All right, minor derail. Review Tech USA unhinged on Twitter about DSP documentary and detractors.
Snort, snort, code. Snort, snort. You got the drip.
What did I say?
Oh man, I haven't seen this yet.
What the fuck did I say, detractors? What did I say?
What
He's
inside
failing.
news did you know? When did you know it?
Suck my fucking dick. I told you. I
Rich
goddamn
Review
told
Tech
you.
is a man.
And all of you cried like
No,
bitches.
he
You're
did
more
tell
dense
us.
than
He
Phil
did.
Dent. Cry. Cry
No.
hard, Snort Hogan. Cry hard, Cult of Hate. Keep crying because
That's
I
not
was
his
right and you
name.
were wrong. Kiss my fucking ring and bow before me, you motherfuckers. Mwah.
Why does this always happen to
Cry
the
hard, Snort
ring?
Hogan. Cry hard, Cult of Hate.
Oh,
Keep
man.
crying because I was right and you were wrong.
That overloaded the encoding. That actually improved the video. That actually improved the video, though.
I got the drip go. I got the drip go. I got the drip go. It's like a faucet that's dripping. You can't make it stop.
Yeah, it is his Twitter handle. I think he's gotten banned before.
Mute button just in case. I'm gonna have to clear. Like, this is what I mean. These dumb kids. This is what it is. It's a dumb kid.
Thank you, Spanky Joe, for the how you doing, Dingus, and the Poppy. There it is. I just died. That was a video. Let's hear that one more
Ring and
time.
bow before me, you motherfuckers. Mwah.
Cry. Cry hard, Snort Hogan. Cry hard, Cult of Hate. Keep crying.
Wait, was that
because
Snort
I was
Hogan
right
editing
and you
it?
were wrong.
I thought that was the MSI overloading the video.
I got the drip go. I got the drip go. I got the drip go. I got the drip.
I thought he said he had no problems with literally any of those people.
All right. So now
He said he was cool with Snort Hogan. Snort Hogan was in the chat. Hate Army was in his chat. Duty was in his chat. He was like, no, not you, Hate Army. Not you, Duty Streams. Not you, Snort Hogan.
Pal Sphere. I need a Paldium fragment. More.
Go spend time with your daughter. I don't know. What do you want me to say? I guess you were right. Good thing I didn't make a bet with you. I'm not surprised. I'm just surprised that it happened as soon as it did.
Technology points 5 at the bottom of the screen. Do you see it? So I can unlock 5 more things. Right now, I guess I'll save it, but I still need to find these ingredients. See? I need a Paldium.
I don't know why Rich thinks we're all crying in a corner over the canceled doc or something.
Right?
I don't know. Maybe he's talking about the mythical Twitter only, the YouTube comment and Twitter detractors that he's always fighting with.
I need Paldium. I don't know.
Like those are included in detractors that he gets upset about. You know, the YouTube comment detractors that Null gets upset about. The Twitter quote reply detractors that are always in Rich's replies. Those detractors.
Punch? Oh no! There's an enemy in front of me.
I think there's a tendency when detractor gets said for people to think about the big names or the prominent people. I think when Rich says it, he just means people who reply to everything he posts on Twitter, and they just also happen to hate Phil
right the fuck out.
or think it's funny to make fun of him.
You ever seen Rocky? Yeah!
So then when he says, oh, I hate all these tractors, the detractors are wrong, he's like talking about those people in theory. But people just mistake it as, oh, he's calling out all the big people. Why? Why would you do that, Rich?
Now capture their Lambo.
Now that's me attempting to cap for Rich, and then he put out a video where he says, cry more, Snort Hogan. So, I don't know.
Is it just me or the sound effects sound awful?
Sadly, I cannot cap. I cannot. I'm sorry, Rich. You should not have made that video.
They sound like they're all washed out and shit.
Thank you.
Right?
Thank you, Carl. And hello, human.
So now, how do we use this thing?
This match of Splatoon is so laggy.
Build a PAL box.
No!
Surrounding area becomes your base. They want me to build a PAL box. Okay.
Will was on earlier. He did an early stream. Playing Starship Troopers. I was lurking for a little bit in that.
Am I right that the sound effects sound shitty?
I don't know. You said there was no music.
Sounds pretty shitty. Okay, PAL box. Again, I can't build the PAL box. I need...
Kind of think you would prefer no music.
And other resources.
We're gonna lose. Here's how they come back. Wait for it. Oh, we're in trouble. Wait, the Kraken! The Kraken fell! Oh, you maroon.
People are agreeing with me, so it's not my headphones or my neck phones, it's the game.
The Kraken fell! Oh, no. The choke.
Can I craft anything like the pickaxe? Pickaxe would be stone and wood.
Just,
So I
what
need
other
more- I
joke
just need to
combination I
find
can think of your name?
resources
You
around.
can Dinger,
Is there a way to see
Donger,
resources in your environment?
Dangus, Dungus. Detractors reacting with so much gatekeeping seems like people are saying that Noel was right. Meant so much gatekeeping. It's like saying Noel was right with detractors being an insular community. I don't like the gatekeeping mentality either. I talked about that when the documentary was announced. I disliked how there were certain sects on Noel's forum that approached Clum with instant hostility and the desire to not see it happen. I don't see the point in behaving that way. Mike probably just told Dave he would have to miss a few streams for filming. Dave freaked out about missing weeks worth of income. I mean, he wasn't shy about saying that. It's not like he was hiding that, Carl. He did say, oh, it would take like weeks of filming.
This is some exciting stuff. I see some resources down there.
I don't care that much about Rich, but the reaction from the detractors also seems like null. Somewhat dented if you ask me, because now the detractors are super gatekeeping. Oh, but then you corrected yourself later.
I guess we need to go down and get those resources.
Yeah, wasn't Rich supposed to have a boxing match or something? But then he was like, oh, my family. Wow, the same excuse DSP used to escape the documentary.
Well, I mean, yes and no. You do realize that you command your Pokemon to fight each other all the time, right?
I agree with human though, on like more broader subjects. Sometimes gatekeeping is necessary.
You command your Pokemon to fight and kill each other, right?
It's a hard line you gotta toe there. In the case of Clume, I don't see what benefit there was. Like if the intent was to drive him away when he announced the documentary, I don't see what the intent there was.
Okay, I got my first Paldium fragments.
Those documentaries that did exist, especially before the Turkey Tom documentary, did not cover the up-to-date stuff.
What are they called? Palamon or just pals? What are they actually called?
And it would be something different entirely, but because he announced he was gonna work with Dave, it's like, oh well, no, that's dented and we don't want it.
I need more stone. Wooden club, I can make it. Okay, but now I have to craft another workbench because I'm far away from the other one. Oh shit.
Remember some people saying stuff like, oh well, you gotta show Ket or don't bother.
I like to punch. I like to punch.
Not realizing that Ket would show up not even a couple weeks later.
How dare you attack my lamb ball? Oh no, I have no stamina. Nice, we got meat. Lamb ball, mutton, and wool. What a great game.
That was close.
Very exciting. Can I do a jumping spin?
Well, when he says very exciting, you know he's excited.
I can do a jumping aerial spin, look.
Why are you giving me? You want me to make an approach? That's very
nice.
cute.
Ooh, we got a chicken.
Gonna throw me that last clam? What are you
I'm not
doing?
a chicken, you're a turkey.
He knows I got 7.
Oh! I wanted to try to catch it, but it died. It went flying. Damn.
Okay, that's good.
Flying. Right?
Oh, that's rough.
Call of Duty says this game makes a Avowed look like Baldur's Gate. Can you punch a tree?
I got him?
Well, you can, but it doesn't seem to do anything. Wait, I got wood?
Yeah.
I got wood by punching
Hey, you know
a
what?
tree
Ralph
with
got
my
wood
bare
yesterday
knuckles.
too.
Is that how it works in real life? Just walk up and start punching a tree and wood pieces start flying off of your inventory? I don't know about that. I think you might break your arms.
I thought DSP was gonna flake anyway because he's a flake. I mean, he does follow through. The interview happened. Come on. But no, I get it. That interview did tell him, it did give him a lesson. Maybe he would have flaked out after that.
You say that, we'll all get sued. That's a lamb ball. That's
Whoa! How did he dodge that other bomb? We're down 30 though.
The temptation to say Wooloo.
I don't remember who Wooloo is. What is a Wooloo, Phil? What type is Wooloo?
leveled up. Level 4.
Yeah, I couldn't throw the clam in time.
Cativo.
Sometimes I get stage fright. Please understand.
Whoa! Did I get Cativo? I got Cativo, and I
So
leveled
sometimes the strat is to just very slowly move the football up.
Cativo, I
And slowly
choose you.
inch it forward. And then just hope someone else takes care of it for you. No! They're all parked over here because
How do
they
you
know
beat
they don't want to
a
get
Pokemon?
knocked out.
Excuse me. How do you beat a Palamon? Punch
We're
it.
not doing bad.
Right in the
It's just that we
face.
can't get the knockout.
I
They're
almost
playing
made a giant
defense because we
mistake
have
there.
less than a
Called it
minute
Pokemon.
left.
I
And if
can't
they
do
can
that,
just
man.
sneak on, if they can sneak one over here,
We'll
they get an
always shoot
opening.
to oblivion.
I'm in trouble.
All right, so they want me to
See?
craft a pal.
Now they're gonna ask everyone to jump over.
This kind of looks like a nice place for a base. This beach. I want to catch this chicken though. Oh, what's that? Something glowing or twinkling.
He actually couldn't sink any in.
Jade, you're going? Are you taking off?
Hello,
All right,
Jade.
I'll see you later.
Me no like this. IDK like this.
I don't know how to
I
do
see
that.
you
How do
night
you
maybe. Let's chill. Remember, when he says IDK, it means I do not.
Wait. This is the one we knocked out earlier. It's unconscious. It flew all the way down here. It's unconscious.
You actually gonna sink one in?
What the heck?
We did. Kanji Monster, where the hell have you been? Hello, Kanji Monster. Were you surprised Cat was reintroduced in season 10 of the? I was surprised. I don't have my live reaction. I wasn't streaming. I was in a call with Ann Leet and a few other people. Oh, hello, Kanji Monster.
Punch it with
You
your
just
fist.
decided to reintroduce yourself
Big
into
Papa
this
Smurf used to
story,
be a professional
as it
boxer,
were.
And he wants the minerals. Dang nabbit. I got a Podium fragment. Alright, I guess I should craft.
But yeah, I had a reaction that was kind of on par with Seven's and marked ones, but you'll never hear it. The people who were in that call that night,
What?
they got to hear
It
it.
helps. The Palamon.
About 15 or
Alright, so let's
15
get
to
ready.
20
Let's pick a
people.
Let's pick a club.
Yeah, by the following Wednesday, I was kind of tapped out.
Do that. Start production.
I'm already over these fucking Kent
Moving
nights,
club.
man. Yeah, the UNFW was in the call.
But guess his Dragon Quest 5.
Mr. Pun was in the call. Usually fall of school work overtime for me. Oh, okay. I understand. I didn't know.
Alright.
I was like, where the fuck is Kanji Monster at? That guy used to stream. We can't raid Kanji Monster tonight. He's not streaming. It's very, very sad.
Okay.
I was not crushing on New Cat. Rather, I was baffled that everyone's jokes about her being cartoonishly overweight were in fact true.
Shout out to Dr. Oink. He's a turn of Pokemon. Oh shit!
How is Dr. Oink like the go-to for this game?
Why is it attacking?
I don't know if you know Kanji Monster, but there's this game everyone's playing called Pal World. And DSP pulled an executive audible and is playing it, or played it rather, for the day stream today.
Let's see here.
Why did he do it? Because it was free!
Someone said it's like an indie game. Feels good for smaller devs to have a hit on their hands. I mean, yeah, the game totally, you could tell.
All the assets are stolen from Pokemon. Apparently it's using AI, which I totally believe.
Alright.
I'm just looking at it, I can tell you that. The CEO of the company who made it is also supportive of AI. I hear artists on Twitter seethe over AI, so understandable. Is that guy running away? Where's he going?
Okay.
He just sunk it and ran.
Okay, now I'm out of.
That's new haircut, uwu. I am not a fan. I would say her makeup is better now.
What? It's
But that's
glitched
just because the
already, so
makeup was
my
really
guy's
bad
crafting,
before.
he's totally not crafting.
It's kind of like you're always bad at something, but you just slowly, marginally improve a little by little, the more you do it. So
Whoa,
eventually
that's
she
low
upgraded from being horrible at her makeup to just being bad at it.
What the heck is
Yeah,
this?
I wasn't crushing on her. She was crushing me. Ack, 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 ack.
Pick up.
Yeah, like I'm not one to pry about AI. Maybe ChatGPT will put Author Dingus out of business years from now. But nah, I don't care. I don't draw, so it doesn't affect me. I'm sorry, Twitter artists. It must suck starting out on Twitter as an artist though, because now you gotta show your what's the thing? The process, like when you show the line work and all that. Like when people do an image and they show the line work and then coloring and all that. I think that's an option in Photoshop. To show all the strokes you took. The strokes, you know what I mean?
So I can't craft anything.
Like you're forced to do that now, and those videos take up space on your hard drive. Everyone's just immediately distrusting of new artists now. That looks like AI. That doesn't look like you didn't draw that right. Completely discounting that human artists are like also imperfect, just like AI.
How do I equip my torch?
Yeah, my thing with Ken is like can you please close your mouth? Because I'm just like imagining, like eventually a horsefly is gonna fly into it. A horsefly will fly into the horse.
I don't get it. How do I swap items?
She's a complete mouth jula.
I have no idea how to swap an item.
AI art is here to stay, sadly. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. Like even as someone who like,
now I'm hungry.
Like I'm not crying about it, but like let's say okay, I'm sending Ann positivity on Discord. I'm sending him sexy pictures of big booba ladies. I'm like I'm less inclined to save fan art that's made by AI because theoretically, if I saved images that were AI, then I would just have like infinite fan art and there would be no reason for me to save like legit art. Does that make sense? Is that like Dingus autism?
How do I even find the meat in my inventory?
Like because then I would just use AI and produce infinite booba pics to send to Anne.
Delicious but takes getting used to. An egg.
Like I kind of have to take a stance on like in that position, a stance on what to save. Because if I could just save AI art and just make infinite AI art on my own, why would I even like follow artists on Twitter? Why would I look at the fan art they create?
I have no wood, so I can't craft it.
Because I would just be able to make all the art I want.
Let's do campfire. But I need 7 more wood. I don't have it.
And the problem with that is that there's only so much space on the SSD. Not that pictures take up a lot of space, but in theory, we would eventually reach a point where I would run out of space.
Can't do these things yet.
You made no sense. You just say the stuff you like. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry I took a stance on AI that made no sense. Someone disconnected at the last minute.
How can I right click when I'm playing on a controller? What are you talking about? Dungeon? This is a dungeon?
I'm not saying I send Ann big booba pictures either. Karma does, which is where I got that comparison from. I don't send Ann anything. Mind you, I was just using an example.
There's no trees.
Of course.
There's no wood.
You understand.
We have to go back up.
Yeah, I could make infinite feet pics for Jaggers. But because I can make infinite feet pics for Jaggers, it does not feel as special internally as me saving a feet picture made by an artist who made it by hand. Or like made it in Photoshop. Or one of these other programs.
Okay, I got 3 wood
it's not
and
as
5
special.
We see anything
It's
that's
like
made of
for
wood, we gotta
me
beat the shit
when
out of it.
people say they want the next Mario Kart to have Smash
more
Brothers
wood,
characters,
okay.
like to just be like Nintendo Kart. I argue against that because it retroactively makes Smash Brothers less special because then Smash is no longer like this big gaming crossover with all these characters because now everything is Smash Brothers. In hindsight, it devalues Smash Brothers.
Oh no! Oh, I wasted a
And I kind of look at it as the same way with AI art. When you can just save everything, then what's the value in saving anything? You have to have some kind of standard.
No, the boxes don't exist. Oh wait. Oh, there was wood there. Wood times 2. I think
Thank you, Mr. Pond.
Campfire now.
Thank you for misinterpreting that comparison. I just say stuff that makes me feel like searching. Like, I mean, that's fair. That's like the extreme route. But I guess you don't like see art that often, or you don't mind, or whatever. You just save art that makes you scratch your leg. That's fair.
How do I make it?
That's like the chaotic evil way of looking
Where
at
is
it.
my bench? Over there? Why is my Cativa
But fetish stuff should be shamed. I agree.
No, I can only craft this. How do I make the?
You know, that's why I didn't bring it up. You know, Kanji Monster brought it up first. I was talking about big bazongas.
How do I make this fire? I don't get it.
That's the Draggers and Bashe territory there.
I don't understand how you do
I
it.
did nothing wrong. All right.
Up on the D-pad.
Now, can we get an approach?
Here we go.
No! What was over there? An E-liter got both of us at once? Label it as AI art. Don't see the issue. I'm fine with that. My issue is that it's so there are a lot of artists on Twitter that don't do that. It's a little bit more common on the burros, the burus. I think it's I think it's deceptive if you just post art and it's made by AI and you don't disclose that.
Right? This is a weird game. Oh, I got a tip. I will show that out in a second.
Especially if you also do stuff like you take commissions and then you do the commission is just you feeding the prompt into AI and then you take money for it.
You. Okay, so my hunger went from like super
Oh,
low to 63
that's rough, but at least he made it. Oh, he jumped down.
I wonder, does food go bad in this game?
Yeah, well, I would say AI art has gotten to a point where it's not as bad as it was a couple years ago. There are still imperfections, you know, it still can't get hands right.
Wait a minute, I have an egg.
Sometimes though, sometimes you gotta roll the RNG, sometimes you get lucky. It'll like show good hands.
Fried egg? I have an egg, don't I? So why can't I make this? Why is it grayed out like, or redded out?
I don't know, Tombs, I just don't like to fight against the current. No, that's a good point. Like, it's kind of inevitable, and there needs to be. Like, I don't think there's a way to stop it, especially since so many companies are upholding it and championing it. I would prefer, if anything, a little bit more transparency in identifying what is AI and what is not. Because another thing is, all these companies that are championing it are also pretty quiet about it, and they don't really disclose that they're using AI.
This is it.
Like this Power Road shit. We know it uses AI just by looking at it. But the CEO was championing the advancement of AI in interviews.
Yes.
But these interviews were unrelated to Power World. They were just related to the company as a whole and his like perspective on AI. Monster designs obviously take assets, Frankenstein assets from various Pokemon creatures.
Someone took the $1.15. I'm not a fan of the game. We should have played Pizza Tower.
And of course, the studio is also refusing to show concept art for the monsters for some reason, which is something Game Freak does in fact do. They'll show you the concept design behind the monsters to prove that a human-style creature did create them.
I have to play it too, because I have to do what everyone else does. You understand?
Why are you hiding up here? You're actually sharking up here. That's adorable.
Oh, so the food is only good for a certain amount of time.
Hello, Star Wars nerd. Yeah, we just saw the Rich video.
Has to be cooked within 10 minutes, and then I have to eat
I mean, I don't got nothing to say.
Yeah.
Rich was right. Good thing I wasn't arguing with him.
Just cook it all.
I'm not surprised. I'm just surprised it happened so soon. Maybe a couple months before you quit it. I guess it would have been worse if we had like months of him hype beasting it and then he quit the documentary. So what, is it better for him to just quit it right away?
More pals? Oh, okay.
Is it really using AI? That seems to be that's the thesis right now from what I see on Twitter. There's no hard confirmation, and you're right. Attaching Pokemon assets together would not necessarily require AI. Maybe for like finalizing the designs. But it is true that there exists no concept art for these creatures that they've made.
Play Cool says, It's cool you're checking this out, but I don't see potential for future content with this, you know?
Who really gives a fuck if the game is good?
Jade says this looks like
I'm just looking at it from their perspective because they're like artists and all that shit, and they're getting replaced or something.
Right?
I agree with Carl's stance where there's like certainly nothing I can do about it. Nothing I can do. I can't fight against the current if this is like what the reality is gonna be. My only request is that they're a little bit more transparent if they're gonna do shit like that. I'm not like
they don't care.
crying about it.
They're enjoying.
Yeah.
Wow, this is great. Maybe one day this will be mine.
Just be more open, you guys.
Let's get another one.
At least AI is going to replace woke localizers. That is one positive that's come out of it. I did like to see I like to see the localizers chipping out at the possibility that they may be getting replaced by these AI translators.
Do I not need the torch anymore?
About 4 wins in a row.
We'll beat up this Kativa.
I had a feeling Phil was going to flake when Mike went around asking questions to trolls. We talked about it, Nurgle. I saw the whole pre-stream. I'm of the impression that people in the chat argue that Phil will eventually turn on Mike Clume and lambast him for talking to trolls. I think right now that is not likely and very inconsistent with the current narrative, and he would have a lot to explain if he did suddenly turn on Mike Clume. Now, if a few months later he wants to turn on him, I think he would still have to explain himself, and he probably will anyway because it will have been a few months, so he has to retell the story. But that would be his prerogative. But right now, I believe him. Sadly, I actually believe Darkside Phil. Right now. I believe they have parted on good terms.
I guess just Paldium, not gold. I don't think I want to go in the cave.
Am I going to finish the documentary without Phil? He seems to be... If Phil acts like that's not going to happen, that would felt his reputation. His rising reputation.
Snacks, bang bang.
Why is he singing?
I'm glad you guys remember Bug Snacks.
Did you remember the DLC that you never ranked on that year's year-end series?
Booga style. Right? Caveman style clubbing. Maybe by the end of today's stream we'll have like giant missile launchers and stuff, right?
I think he's mixing this game up. Wasn't there another game, Pokemon with guns, that had actual designs, or is that this game? Because do you get guns later? Am I thinking they're two different games, but in reality they are the same game?
Give me wood. Come on, you
I missed.
Tree.
I actually missed.
Give me wood.
I actually missed.
Hey, be quiet up there. I gotta do that. Come on. If only I had an axe. That's the first thing I should craft is an axe, but I don't have the table now to do it. Remember, the table's at the beginning. I crafted one up there, so maybe after I get all this wood, I'll go up there and get the table. Right in the ass, take it. Oh yeah, my fists, your ass. You're lucky, I'm not gonna fight you. Spare you. JDTV says, do me a favor, don't put Sea of Stars on hiatus. What are you talking about?
It is this game? You get guns later?
I'm actually gonna become...
Yeah, I thought it was a different game.
Like, this is it. This is my future. So I hope you guys like this stream, because this is all you're gonna see on this channel for a few weeks. I gotta get fully into the viral nature of these games now.
Now we're calling out that the game went viral, but that's the reason you're playing it, brother.
You speak to me? Take it! Take my fist! Yeah, Chickapee. You got the Chickapee.
I wish he had guns right now.
I want my Chickapee. Chickapee. Chickapee is really pal for me. Oh, can't you see my Chickapee?
I remember when Phil said, all things considered with what's going on, what is going on is what's to be considered. Huh?
You can't move, now you take the fist. Take it. Hold on. Air club. Bludgeon that Chickapee.
Oh my god, don't you do it. They want to wipe out. They're going for a wipeout.
Here we go.
They're going for a wipeout.
That's how we deal with stuff, man. The chickapee.
All things considered with what's
What do you
going
mean,
on, what is
OMG?
going on
What's wrong with
is
that?
what's to
That's
be
the natural
considered,
order of things.
and you're just siding with Ann on this.
Look at this one. Unsuspecting. Come here. Go.
I saw Ann made a tweet about it. He seems unsurprised.
Yeah. Wait, music started playing. Why did music start playing?
Hey,
out
a
of nowhere?
wipeout, but it's kind of useless because they all came back anyway.
All right, they want me to. Whoa! Look at this dude. He's a penguin. Oh, come here, pengy. He's got a cowboy hat on. Oh yeah, give me your hat, you son of a bitch. Who crates? I'll show you who crates. Caught him. Who crates?
Wild.
Caught him.
There's no way for us to break through. Oh, they have satellites too. That's great. Didn't even notice.
What happened? My pal has been knocked out and I'm getting viciously attacked.
Do they have 3 footballs on field? What is this? I got a booyah bomb out.
This thing's crazy. Shooting fireballs.
All right. I need to get rid of
Take a
that.
beating.
Can't have anyone try to collect this. Look at that. He's trying to go around.
Damn, I gotta eat, huh? Oh no!
No! Yeah, when I want to get kills with the S-Blaster, though. No, they're not cheating. They're just good. That's a cope. I'm not the best at this game. We actually broke through? No way. We're not gonna win. We don't have the clams.
Shit, right?
I have no clams. I actually jumped over there with no clams.
I guess this was the spawn point right here.
I had an opening right there where I could have closed it, but I had no clams whatsoever.
Oh. The only way to revive pals is to put them in a
No,
pal
that was
box
not
and
my
have
first
them-
loss of the night by any stretch of imagination, but
have them
thank you.
rest for 10 minutes. Oh, eating doesn't even heal you, I'm being told. Eating doesn't heal at all. Oh. So I wouldn't have even been able to save myself even if I wanted to. How do I get health back then? Because right now I only have 300. Oh, it looks like it's gradually. It just gradually recovers. Where did I die? Wait a minute. Why is it? Where am I? Where did I die? I'm so confused right now. Check my compass. It says, like, up. How the fuck was I up there when I died? That doesn't make sense. How would I get up there? This is where we started, right here. Oh shit, I'm gonna take damage!
Yeah, I do see Ann has started, so I think I'll do one more.
This is something else.
We just had the reset. This was the Ann Lee waiting room, of course. Obviously. You knew this wasn't going to be a long stream. At least I got to catch the pre-stream.
Alright, take off, take off.
And then we'll deliver you off to a better, surely, a superior stream. Okay, Anna's going on Small Rat. Okay, I don't have him in my ear at all. So if that's what you're referencing, then that's why I was confused. Yeah, I'll do one more. Wow. I was in the lobby. What was I doing? Yeah, the classic waiting room. What else could it be? I usually don't stream on Saturdays, so it's an extra stream. It wasn't scheduled. Maybe we can get one more for, because we gotta get 5 out of 5.
Here we go.
Thank you, Sakura.
This game is amazing. By the way, thank you to Gabriel for a super chat. He said, I'm appalled at the sheer brutality.
And thank you to Gabriel, I guess. Whoever that is.
Gabriel for that super chat. You're appalled at this game? Are you appalled, disgusted, shocked, or all five? Can you catch a pallet out? I already have that one. I guess we have to build a PAL box, you guys said? It wants me to build a PAL box.
These people don't even got any pals in real life.
How do I do that? PAL box.
Oh, big ups for Retro. How's it going, man? I'm doing all
How
right.
would I even build it?
Kind of in mellow mode right now, as we.
I need a PAL box.
I don't know.
How do I get
I
it?
wanted to see what this Pal World game was like, and I already kind of regret it. Doing a little bit of Splatoon too.
Oh, what's
I'm
that?
just gonna do one more game. This was only
How do I
meant to
get
be
up
an
there?
elite waiting
Look at
room.
that. Can you climb up there?
But he had fun with this, and he had fun with his take on a documentary no longer existing.
Yes, look.
Was fun while it lasted. Like we pretended like we were gonna do a cool thing.
Shit.
Just turn Phil off and pull up Anne. He's on.
A rocky egg.
I'm already playing the game.
So this will grow into a PAL. If I have an egg incubator.
I'm already in the match. You're gonna be over there in like 15 minutes or something. Maybe sooner if I can knock this out.
I need wood, but I can't find any wood right now.
Dingus, can you just send me to the better streamer already?
Here's a tree. Can I make an axe? No. I need
It's okay.
stone. How do I find stone?
I understand.
I need resources I don't have. Can I mine?
Can I toss? Can you collect? Can you collect? Can you collect? I'm helping you out. There are clams over there, sir.
Okay, so let's make
Oh
an
my
axe
lord. Shit. Did you make an opening?
then. Incubators are in Pokemon Go.
Shut up.
Yeah, they're in every Pokemon game, right?
What do we got?
Okay. Here we go. Ready?
No one got any clams in?
Wow, you get tons of wood out of a tree this way. Look at all the wood I'm getting.
Shut up. Why are they just... How was he allowed to just fire so much? He's got an end zap.
Timber! 22 wood.
Yeah, we got a brush and dualies and Splattershot Jr.
How do I make I have the ingredients. How do I make it? Look. How do I do this?
Yeah, I rely on
can do
Inksaver
this. Why
sub
can't
too
I
much because I just love to
you guys
toss
said?
bombs to prepare an approach.
Here it is, the PAL box.
Okay. See, now I gotta defend that football in case anyone wants to come over here and come get it. Like this dude.
Here we go.
Okay, we did it. But he's tossing it before he dies,
PAL
so
box
that one of his
management.
pals can come grab it.
Alright, now they recharge. It takes 10 minutes, they recharge. And you need to bring them back to your party. See that?
See that?
Okay.
No! I didn't know that was a bucket user. Going to give this Mario randomizer thing a run, and the group that runs it told me I have to stream it on Twitch. So hopefully Twitch will be as easy as YouTube to watch me crash and burn.
You should just eat this, because this stuff's gonna go bad.
Mario randomizer thing.
Hold on.
Whoa, did you join Games Done Quick?
Then cook. Where are the guns? I don't know. It's too early for guns.
Okay. Alright.
So I can
Someone's moving up. Oh!
grilled
Go.
chickpeas, baked berries, and fried eggs. Make all this food. Do some cooking. If I have guns, I'll pull them out. We don't have any yet, guys. You gotta be patient. Your PAL box is your base. You can have your pals go mine rocks that are nearby. Oh, really? Let's figure that out. So. They want me to access the PAL box to summon a PAL to your base. A PAL who is at the base. How do I do that?
A Super Mario 3 randomizer race, no double. Well, I hope you have fun with it. I've never done anything to speedrunning. You know as well as I am that. Hello, Jesse. Welcome back. I'm not, You know, I did beat Mario. I did beat the 2D Marios, but I would not call myself a master of them by any means.
I don't know what to do. It's not... It doesn't seem to be explaining here how to do anything, right?
Well, I complete the games. I dominate them. That doesn't really mean that I'm good at any one of them. What the?
Take out a PAL.
Ooh, the NZAP again? What is wrong with this NZAP? Hey, I got him anyway. He got hit by the shield.
I have no idea what to do.
Alright, we got 20 seconds. We're gonna lose. There's no approach. They're trying to make an approach, but there's no approach to be had.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Okay. So now
if he can create a football.
Can I have it do anything?
Oh god. Nope. There's no one there. There's no one there to sink anything.
Well, it's at the base. You just level up.
And we lose.
Strengthen your stats. Where? Where do you do that?
Was that I think I got one more loss to go. Yeah, they had an opening Nurgle, but there was just two more up there. And I'm not good at approaching. I'm more backup. And the believers are in peak shambles right now.
Old bows, arrows, a shoddy bed, a repair kit, a claw.
All right, so that was a bad. That was not the best first impression of Power World, I have to say. Nothing came out of that. It was a nothing day stream. Now maybe later on, like an hour into that, he gets into like a real battle or something. I mean, I saw him fight the chicken. That was fun for like 2 seconds that he did that, and then the chicken was defeated, and we kind of went back to doing absolutely nothing. Go ahead and check out a Hype Beast game, and all we do is menu for all 3 hours of it. That's cool. How much money did he make? Since I'm already here. Is it not loading? What's the money looking like? I love money, obviously. He made $92 by the end, from what I can see.
I had no idea what to expect. And I mean, that was a combination of multiple.
Yeah, that about sums up his impressions. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what to expect from this stream either. But this was meant to be an Anlete waiting room, and he's already live and talking about his impressions of the documentary being canceled, and I'm sure he will rant about it, and it will be lots of fun. And I wasn't even supposed to exist, and yet I existed anyway, so I gave you extra content that you did not need, and yet you were blessed with it anyway. We'll be back tomorrow with a writing style situation. The writing stream redux, because last time we tried it, I got bigly distracted and we got no writing done. That will also be the stream with the new redeem. If you've been voting for Byleth for VIP, you will need to report your ballot box so that I can see it. I'll provide the link for that in the new redeem, and I'll check on that, add all the link coin, and then we'll have our new VIPs. But for now, the raid will commence. We will go to the Anlete. Anlete is ready to receive us, and he's gonna give us a sermon, and then maybe play something with Karma. I don't know. But thanks for being here. Thanks for arguing with me about the documentary being canceled. Thank you, Phil, for that awful pre-stream and that dreadful gameplay. I don't even know why I fell for it. Of course, it was going to be menuing. Of course, he wasn't going to do anything interesting. Of course, it's an early access alpha game. What was I expecting to begin with? I wanted to see Pokemon, and I saw, like, a chicken. Thank you. Thank you, Miyamoto. Thanks for stopping by. What an abrupt ending. Okay, again, the stream wasn't meant to be anything more than a waiting room for the receiving person. And the person is ready to receive. Was going for between 3 to 4 hours anyway, because by the time I started, he tends to start around 7 my time. Big ups to the swollen __1s, the dingers and the dongers who made it to the end. Like Mr. Pun. Kanji Monster, Nurgle for Retro, Sakura, Human, Golem, UNFW1, Start Guard, Brian MK, A Shad, Star Wars Nerd, Carl, Hi Carl, Perez, Algernaut, Praise that soon, Juan Primus. What happened? The stream's over. It was just supposed to exist until Ann went live. I said this. It's in the title. Spanky Joe. D-Scythe. Okay, actually, before we leave for good, we can get Ralph one more time. All right, yeah. The amazing. Do I just play the whole thing? People weren't here for the beginning, I don't think.
Sound good?
This is real. It's how an actual episode of the Kill Stream opened up. Ralph lost to Jim in Mortal Kombat, and as part of a bet, Ralph had to make this his intro for the following stream. Like the stream.me link at the top? I do. Zeru trained Ralph for this, and he still lost. Yeah, I like the Phil stream. You know Gator made this for him, too.
Everything correct? Thanks for the money, dummies.
And this is Ralph yesterday. He had a... Oh, the camera's on. Camera's on the whole time, huh? Hello.
In a minute.
Now, the audio is from a different Ralph stream, in which he was also drunk and streaming accidentally, and did not take his mom to dialysis. Oh, Ivan, you're here at the end of the stream.
Going to come. Yeah.
He finishes. He reaches the climax. This is his. Oh, the camera's on.
Oh, the camera's on. The camera's been on the whole time, huh?
Ralph's better. Ralph's better than DSP. There's at performing at the performing arts. He's better than DSP. So he's able to have the reaction, but not say, "Oh, the camera's on." Oh. He's like he moves. He glances to his left there, to his other monitor to turn the camera back on.
Oh, the camera's on.
He jerks. That's when he notices. You see it. You see him twitch.
Oh, the camera's on.
He's like, oh fuck. But he can salvage it. He's an entertainer. He knows how to react.
The camera's been on the whole time, huh? I don't even know.
You see his eyes narrow because it implies he's mad. He's mad now that just happened.
Hello.
And yeah. Ralph had a May 1st burst. I think it's amusing that something like that, Ralph is probably gonna wash over. Nothing's gonna come of it because Ralph has already done so much worse. It doesn't matter. Whereas Phil can do something like that, and it would ends his career. Sorta. It changes his life forever. It throws him for a loop, and everything in the Philosphere, nothing will ever be the same now that Phil has had the May 1st burst. Meanwhile, Ralph just sort of jacks off and just sits on his throne, kind of bored. Now, if you're wondering who he was jacking off to, it was South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley. Yeah, I got a minor Geordie kind of crossover there. I know, right, Golem? It's crazy. There's the Ralph update. Ralph, today, Dave blurted and Ralph squirted. Ah! Bye-bye, adios, meme time. We'll see you when we see you, and if we didn't see you, then we didn't see you. But if we did see you, then we saw you. And if we didn't see you, hopefully we will see you next time. I can see myself in the mirror each and every single day. Hopefully I can inspire viewers like you, Rue, too, to see themselves in their mirrors each and every single day. And why did the music stop? There you go. The music should never stop while I'm talking. Yeah, it's been so tough, Ralphamale bros. Thank you, Goon, for the raid with the party at 3. Shroom Dukem to get the tier 1 Sham Chowder for the 3rd month. And why it's Manny, the re-up tier 1 for 8 months. 8 months, rather. Oh, no, why it's Manny tier 1 for 10 months, my bad. The raid message is... The raid message is, Angst, you ready to receive us? Duh. Is there a motorcycle outside? About to be shot in a drive-by. That's pretty terrifying. Alright, I know Anna's ranting or something and he might not be in the mood. He might be in a crabby mood. Don't be too weird. Bye-bye! We'll see you tomorrow. Final night of voting starts at 10/9 Central. Take it easy. Did I already say bye-bye, adios, mimi time? Alright, well, here it is again. Bye-bye, adios, mimi time.